need to keep it out of government here too. If you want to worship, so be it. But I think we need to teach a lot of critical thinking to get people out of this mindset, because religion has caused a lot of damage in a lot of areas and have prevented the economic development of many countries. We have statistics to show that. So, yeah.
So where are the God believers? Where are the God believers to prove us
Yeah,
in simple language, simple English, right? Just the other day I was reading up on, no, not reading up, but watching videos about Occam's razor, right? About Occam's razor. What Occam's razor is that the simplest explanation is probably the right answer, the right solution. When you ask people about proof of God and they have to go through all this line of questioning, hmm, you have to ask the question, why? 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 So, guys, do me a favor and do share the live, right? Do share and tap on your screens, please. Um, Hey Cynthia, hey Michaela, I see you both. Good to see you. It's been a while. I haven't seen you both on YouTube. Hey the boy, hello, good to see you. Guys, if you are a Christian, if you are a Muslim, please come up. Let's hear you. If you have evidence for God, please don't let your God go to waste. Don't let your God be disappointed in you. After all, you have been praying to this God, praying and praying to Him. You've been paying money to this God. Huh? Some of you pay, some of you have given everything you have to this God, hoping to buy a spot in heaven. Ish. At least you can talk about Him. So, right, let's see. Is anybody going to come up and talk about God? Hey, atheist Mo, look at the trees. Therefore, so guys, I'm streaming this on YouTube as well. I've got someone who comes in and his name is Look at the Trees. And you know, most of these people they always tell you, oh, but look at the trees. Huh? Who do you think made the trees? So when they say look at the trees, you automatically, oh, that means there must be a God. Okay, but which God exactly? Which God are we talking about? When you ask them which God created the trees, mm, um, yeah, the questions now, you just all over the place. It's all over the place. We are not sure. Hey, Denisha. Okay, so do we not have anyone wanting to speak on behalf of God? Nobody.
Afro, I'm very angry today. Like sometimes
Why?
I feel like shutting my mouth off without talking anything.
Why? What
The,
happened now?
like the way
Unforgettable. What happened?
the amount of gullibility on the street is too much.
Mm-mm.
Like the gullibility, like you'll be talking to somebody, you'll be still shouting, "God did this, God that, God that." That person have already lost his identity. Like a few minutes ago, I was discussing in one of our tribal something, and one woman, two of them, the other one said that he's a pastor, that believing in your people's way of life is barbaric, that you don't need it again. Right? And I begin to wonder, how can somebody just lost his identity and you believe so much that when you die you are going to heaven, and white man's God is going to help you? Like, I don't understand it. White man who enslaved you, do you think when you get to heaven, is he not going to tell his God to enslave you again? You say that you don't have anything to do with your root again, that you are not born again. Hi! Nah, man. The gullibility is too much. Every day by day, the display of ignorance and gullibility. It makes me, I feel like, does it mean that people don't have any brain to have a critical thinking,
Mm.
to
You know,
rationalize?
my
Ah,
brother, whenever I speak to you, I appreciate you because as an African Igbo man, oh, Igbo man, and yet you can make sense of this thing. You can see it for what it is. There are so many. Listen, I've met a lot of Igbo people. They are traditionalists. They're traditional people. But at the same time, they are also God people. They mix
yeah,
their traditional beliefs with the God beliefs. They still go ahead and celebrate all the those
Christmas,
those
Christmas,
festivals and those things that you guys
Easter,
do.
Assumption,
Yes.
uh, All Saints Days, Station of the Cross. Hi, nah, man. Hi, it's too much. You, it dey tire me.
Mhm.
I've like for like 2 weeks, I stopped posting on my Facebook page. A lot of people have branded me antichrist, whatever. A lot of my friends, some have already blocked me. Like, I don't even care. The ones on the street, whenever I talk about it, they'll be telling me, "You are not mad. You are not mad." Like, I'll be like,
Mm-mm.
"Are you guys serious? If that God you people are talking about is working for you, why are we still in this condition that we are? As this day and age, okay, let us forgive our fathers who gave birth to us and the fathers before them. But what about you who have internet to make a research and read? Are you that gullible? You, as an African man, you believe that getting a visa to go to Germany is a miracle. How? How many German citizens, white men, are in prison in Enugu State, Nigeria? None. So, what is the miracle of getting visa going to Europe? White man has never prayed to get a visa to come to Africa. Once he's come, it's like a king coming to his slave camp to visit his slave, and they will be following him or her around. But you going to Europe is a miracle to you. How? Buying a used car from Europe is a miracle to you. How? Does it mean that God loves you as a second class citizen? Since you are worshiping that God, does it mean that that God, who is all knowing, all powerful, almighty, cannot change your situation, and is bringing bad governance after governance, bad governance after governance? There is a prayer they wrote, I think, as far back as 1960. They said that prayer is pray for Nigeria in distress. And they always pray that prayer in benediction in Catholic Church. Since they started praying that prayer in Nigeria, Nigeria is always increasing in distress, agony, and poverty. Does it mean that that God is so deaf to hear you people? So they, after saying all these things, they will be just telling you, you have become an antichrist, you have joined the Illuminati, you are this, you are that. Demon is now speaking through you. Like, I'll be like, oh, nah, man, these people have lost it. Oh, It makes me angry. Oh. No, I'm not angry to being violent. I look at them. How can people not see? You see a doctor on Sunday will go to church praying to God to do miracle. A doctor who spent so many years in school to study medicine is praying for healing of Jesus. A doctor. You have a small clinic. When they come in the morning, they will first pray before they start attending to patients. How? They will hang statue of Jesus, the white man with white beard. Hang statue of Virgin Mary carrying her Pekin. Man, Eastern Nigeria, the Northern Nigeria is the worst part of Nigeria. Both are. If you want to deceive an Igbo man, just put a little touch of Jesus. That Igbo man will just become your slave immediately. Just tell him that God said that Jesus is watching you. You'll be loyal. Our people are too gullible. And when you want to speak about it, they will be calling you all sorts of names. That demon has possessed you. Demon has taken over you. In fact, very soon Jesus will come and visit you and kill you. Can you imagine? Your brother will be telling you that Jesus, who you rejected, who is not in existence, who is not even powerful as ordinary paracetamol, will come and kill you because you rejected him. Man, the gullibility is too much. And
It
it's
is.
also it is rampant in Africa.
Absolutely.
I've told them,
Absolutely.
this God you people are praying to, oh yeah, let us compare it with crude oil. Now you can see the fight. Just extract crude oil because crude oil is very powerful. And you must have a license before you can be able to extract crude oil. And the military that guides the crude oil are very powerful military. And when they got you in oil bunkering, you must pay for it. Now, if Jesus is powerful as crude oil, do you think you are going to see any church on the street teaching about Jesus Christ? Do you even think that you are going to know what is Bible? Do you think that missionaries are going to exist? Even if you exist, do you think they are going to give you the opportunity to learn about Jesus, who is going to give you power to change your life? That you don't need to go to hospital again. Once you call upon him one time, he will answer you 7 times. If it is working and it's working for them, do you think they will be killing you because of your uranium? It's because it's a slave book written to manipulate your thinking faculty. That is why they force you to believe in it and made you to live your tradition, the way of your life. If you want to marry, if you did not do white wedding as an Igbo man, the girl will reject you. Instead of doing the traditional wedding the way your people does it, you will be thinking about to do the white man wedding the way European man does it. And when you ask them, have you seen any white man marrying a white woman that is doing your own traditional wedding? They will say no. But why are you practicing their culture? Have you seen Indian man who is a Hindu who always waits for a cow to cross the road before he can pass? This is what your forefathers brought to you, their ways of life. Even if you are civilized, yes, people are civilized, but you should know where you came from. You should not throw your background away because you want to, civilize. There is a way utilize yourself in the community. If you're Igbo man, you are marrying an Igbo man, you perform the rites as Igbo man. But if you are an Igbo man and you are marrying a white woman, then what requires from your in-law, you did it for them because You are not marrying an Igbo man, you are marrying a white woman. But no, they will still, an Igbo man marrying a white woman with an Igbo woman will still perform a white man's wedding instead of doing his own wedding. And now a lot of them are using money to pay for it and rush to church to bless their marriage. After 2 months or 3 months or 1 year, they will divorce. Why is that Jesus not powerful enough to hold the marriage for them? One of my friend, my close friend, borrowed money to be able to do white wedding. Now they are divorced. The wedding didn't even last up to 2 years. And whenever I remind the guy, are you know you're going to remarry again? He will tell me, please don't talk about marriage to me. In very aggressive nature, because of what the pressure the girl put upon her. That you must do what they must do. If you don't do it, I will not come to your house. You must marry me in the church. The guy has to borrow, take a loan to be able to, you know, fund the wedding.
Hmm. Wow.
Now they are divorced. Jesus did not help them
Uh,
again.
oh, my goodness.
The guy told me after the wedding, they have to eat cake for almost 1 week because there is no money to eat.
They had to eat cake for 1 week.
Yes, there is no money to feed.
Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. Wow.
After doing the traditional Igbo wedding, the girl persisted that they must do white wedding.
White. You see, that's what they call it, the white wedding. Do you
They
know
must do it.
that for a lot of people in Nigeria, if you have not done a white wedding, that your marriage is not
Yeah,
considered. If a pastor
they,
has not come and blessed that
yeah,
marriage, you are not married.
yes. Now,
You are not married.
some women will tell you, will even tell you that the parents of the girl will tell you, my daughter is not going to come to your house until you do the white wedding, do the church
Mm.
wedding or white wedding. Now,
Hold on,
I
let
have
me
a friend
let
that
me give me
I
give
have
me
a
one
friend that
second.
has to wait for
Give me
1 year
1 second.
before.
Give me 1 second. Let me just acknowledge some people
All right.
on YouTube. Hey Ansel Archives, good to see you. Paul Scatler, good to see you. Yeah, we're just talking about God, and this is a challenge. The people who believe in God, right? What Hey Sean, good to see you too. I mean, the people who believe in God, what exactly, come and talk about it. Let's hear you. Prove that your God exists. And listen, if you are not going to prove it in simple English, then unfortunately, your God does not exist at all. Your God does not exist. If he needs you to philosophize his existence, yeah, he probably doesn't. Hey, Jahod, good to see you. Good to see you. James Bowen, good to see you as well. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get to a couple of people coming up to come and talk about this. Oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. Get yourselves ready. Get yourselves ready. This gentleman calls himself the property of Jesus. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hi, spiritual.
Hi, Afro.
Property of Jesus. How are you?
I'm fine. How have you been?
I've been good. And yourself?
I'm all right. It's cold. It's raining here
Where are you?
in Abuja,
Oh, you're in
Nigeria.
Abuja. So does that mean the weather is a bit cooler now?
It's actually very cold.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Honestly, it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
I wish a spiritual or who was it that was assigned or designed for me to be around me at this kind of time.
What?
I said I wish
Spiritual?
a spiritual to be around, or who was it that was designed or assigned to be with me in this kind of time?
Spiritual says, leave them alone, please.
Oh, spiritual can't go away from me. She knows.
Okay, how about you prove to us the existence of God?
Now that's actually one of the things, the fundamentals, whereby almost everybody that has this limited knowledge and imagination, you always like, oh, sorry, I don't mean to be offensive or abusive, but people just want to look onto the foundations and backgrounds of everything that has been natural and say, oh, this is it. How is it not it? Of course, the sun will always shine, not even giving us like when it's 20 kilometers above the surface of the earth, there's no gravity, there's no oxygen, and there's no any other form of matter or condition that makes life worth living and that supports any form of life. So how can we, or how can you that do not believe in the existence of this supernatural phenomenon say that there is no God, whereby we've had every literary text and literature and historical document that said it is God that created it? How is anyone with a better document and an opposing explanation going to prove it that this is not God that did it?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So without a book, we can't prove God?
That's what I'm saying. Forget about the book. Can you just prove there's something better that made all these things possible?
What?
Because the same thing, the astronomers and the scientists, they keep on updating their records. Oh, what
Right.
we've discovered in
Which is
1940s,
a good
1960s,
thing.
1980s is no longer what we used to think.
Which is a
So
good thing.
who is better?
Property, right? Let me tell you something. I always hear like religious people coming and saying how scientists and them there's always update. Of course they update. Human being evolve, and with more information they add the information to the foundings that they have. Yes, you're supposed to keep evolving, keep learning more things. You don't stay stagnant. And why religious people want to stay stagnant in a lie? It has have been debunked. It has been disproven. Nobody said this thing was true, but only religious people. You believe it's true, but it's not actually true. So saying how the scientists and them updating and changing the data and stuff, yes, they have to. When they get new information, new finding, and they learn more. That is the whole point.
How can we rely on people that how can we rely on people that actually looking
property, let me correct you.
for research?
Property.
Let me correct you,
Let
property.
Phil. Yeah, let Phil. Phil is our
Yeah,
scientist.
because a lot of people come with this thing about science, dating as if it is wrong before. It's not wrong before. You just modify the information to get better. Sometimes the theories, a theory is a well-established.
When you say modified, does that mean that
right? Hold on. It's a well-established theories are well-established explanations, well-established hypotheses. When we say established, it means it has been tested over and over again and have not shown to be false. There are some theories that have to be updated because they don't work for, like, for example, Newton's theory of gravity does not necessarily work for the quantum level, which is below the subatomic atoms, what make up the atoms. They operate differently. Hold on, listen, property. Property, just listen.
All right.
So those do not operate properly. So it is then that data is updated, but the previous theory is not discarded because it works and explains well the movements of the planets relative to each other. So get this thing out of your mind that, oh, because science is updating, that means the previous thing is wrong. That's not how it works. And a lot of people have this false idea because they're creating a straw man to pull down, to support their position that God exists. It doesn't work. That's not how science works. And we have high probability. There's no 100%. Let me finish. There's no 100% absolutes. You have a high probability that these things are correct. Probably up in the 90 something, but we never ever say in science that are 100% correct. There are some things that are facts that are 100% correct. Like where sperm comes from. We know where it comes from medically. There's no doubt about it. We know where it's produced. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, I'm with you. I understand. So now I just want to get this straight. From the standpoint of view as an atheist or as a neutralist. Hello, can anybody hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, we can
you.
hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, yeah. It was kind of silent. Okay, from the standpoint of view as an atheist, are we going to come to the conclusion that from the body of neutralists, that do you guys somehow seem to stand and believe in the theory of evolution? Darwinian theory of evolution.
The theory of evolution. I know the theory of evolution is a fact.
Do you
I
believe
don't
in it?
I don't believe the theory of evolution. I know that the theory of evolution is a fact because it has a lot of evidence showing that is the model that works and we know. Hold on. Remember, I was telling you that cells are a fact, that sperm cells where they are produced is a fact. Evolution is a fact. Then you have the theory of evolution, which is the mechanisms, the proposed mechanisms that explain how evolution occurs. And there's a lot of evidence for those that give it very high probability. Creation has no probability. Zero.
Well, creation has no probability.
Zero probability.
Okay.
Because there's no other, hold on, I can tell you why it's zero. Because there's no other universes to compare with.
Okay.
So creation occurred. This magical being created this, or was a word like before the magical being creating it.
Magical, mysterious.
This is the only event that we have, and we know evolution has occurred. The probability of evolution is 1.
Okay. Now, in furtherance to all you said,
just now, property. I want to say something after Phil, right?
Okay.
Now the thing what I notice with religious people, you all don't know the difference between belief and a fact. You keep saying I believe in God.
Who doesn't know that?
Listen.
No, I'm just asking who doesn't know that.
No, you.
Okay.
You keep not understanding what I believe.
Okay, it's fine. Go on.
You keep asking Phil if he believes in it, and he keep telling you it is a fact, and you're not understanding, right?
Okay.
A belief is just you having faith in something. You believe this is real. But if it is, I come and say it is a fact. This is here. It's a fact because everybody knows it's been tested and proven. We could see it. You can analyze it. It is a fact that it exists. But if you come and say how God is a fact, that is not true because we cannot study God. But I mean, we cannot study God. God is not a physical thing that we could test and analyze.
I understand.
We don't know.
Now that you've said all these things.
Wait, property. You also don't even know if God is real because that is why you keep saying belief. It's a belief you have, a blind faith in something that is not really there, but you believe it is there. You believe in it is there, don't make it a fact that it is there.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. But now that you've said this, can I come in now? Hello?
Yeah, go on.
Go
on and speak.
I think my reception is a bit poor, but can you hear me right now?
We can hear you.
Okay.
Everybody can hear you.
Now that I like your Jamaican accent, it's the most sexiest thing. Forget about what they call
Jamaican.
The Jamaicanese are the holy grail of all language and the beautiful and the beauty of spoken word.
Just tell him I'm not a Jamaican and he's still coming and calling me a Jamaican.
Okay, sorry. I just love you guys. So now
the existence of your God.
Okay, in furtherance,
property.
Hold
on. Properties. Be silent for a minute.
Okay.
Right? Stop calling me a Jamaican. I am not a Jamaican. I tell you that 4 times and you're still running on. Oh, I like you guys.
I apologize.
Guys? Where am I from? Where I'm from? You don't know. I'm not even talking like a Jamaican. Don't let me have to fuck you up today.
I know where you're from.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're from Trinidad and Tobago. Am I right?
I am sorry. I apologize.
Okay, good. Please don't make that mistake again.
I won't. I just love the tone. The intonation is beautiful. Okay. While you've said this, I don't know if you've actually cared to listen to what Mr. Phil have said about all the updating and all the discovery and trying to update all
I
the
agreed with Phil because I did physics, so I agree with Phil. So don't think I would go against Phil.
But now you're trying to say that all our standing is based on non-facts, but just belief. But that actually seemed to put you on the edge, because you being someone that has to keep on updating, and against someone that have the power of the prophecy to say this is how it is based on faith.
No,
Hold on.
Property, you were not
Who do you
listening.
think
You don't
is liable to be
understand.
called a weakling and lame?
No, Property,
the
stop.
scriptures.
You are not listening.
Sorry. Now,
You're not listening. No, you are making assumptions, and you used to have this assumption in your head, and that's what you're focusing on. You're not listening to learn. And that's the problem. You're not listening to learn. You're listening to respond. I said, if you heard me clearly, the theories are not discarded. They're updated, which means they work. There are certain cases that they do not apply to, like when I explained about the theory of gravity, how it does not work, or Newton's theory for planets does not work at the I can't even say micro level. Beyond you, do you know what atom is? An atom is the smallest particle that make up all matter, and that has subatomic particles that make that up. Newton's laws do not apply there. They require, that's why I said it's updated. It is not discarded. It's updated in the sense that now we have the quantum theory, which explains the behavior of subatomic particles, because Newton's law cannot cannot explain the behavior of those particles, because Newton's laws depend on large masses. Subatomic level, the masses are almost negligible, means almost zero. So it does not explain those properly. And we have quantum theory that actually works to explain that. You need to listen carefully, because you're still going on this assumption that we are making a faith claim. No, it's not a faith claim. We have evidence.
Now, how can you explain whereby? Okay, I understand that it's actually got to be updated, right? The theories need to be updated, but whose fault do you think that, based on our limited knowledge, that out of the vastness and the spans of all the phenomena,
sir, stop again. Stop you again. You're still not listening. It's not limited knowledge. It's not about limited. Hold on. You're not listening. Hold on. No, you're not listening. Evidence. You don't get the. Maybe you don't understand what evidence means, and that's the problem.
I'm there. I agree.
What is evidence? What do we mean by evidence, sir?
Evidence, because you don't actually have evidence because you're still updating. So can you prove?
No. What does evidence mean? What does evidence mean? Sir, stop. Again, you are not listening. Sir, when I say update, it does not mean that the previous theory is wrong. If you will listen carefully to the example I give you, you will understand what I mean by update. You introduce another theory to explain the not in micro level, the level of the below the atom. The atom is so small we can't see before our naked eye, but we can use instruments to detect they're there and see them, right? So
in essence,
they do not behave the same way that Newton's laws behave for planets. Newton's laws explain very well how planets move relative to each other because of the large size of planets. It does not work for very negligible masses. It does not mean that it is wrong. You are still not getting it. And it's not faith.
I get
now,
it.
Listen, sir, pause. No, you don't. Evidence. What is evidence? What
The
I
proof?
asked you, what does
The
evidence
proof
mean?
that
You still have
something is
not given me a
actually
definition of
a
evidence
reality.
because you clearly do not understand what is evidence.
Hold on. Evidence is the proof that actual something is a reality. Is it? Is that not evidence?
Yes, it's what the facts
So,
are. Evidence is what the
hold on.
facts are. And we
Based
have
on the fact
evidence
that
for Newton's laws, the facts. We have evidence for evolution, the
oh, I thought
facts.
you're not a supporter of
We have
evolution.
evidence for the cell theory, the germ theory.
Hold on.
We have
Because are you
evidence
a
for the
supporter of
theory of
evolution?
gravity.
The
We
Darwinian
have
evolution.
facts, and they all come. We have scientific
Okay.
evidence, scientific experiments. We have mathematical equations that they work for those things, and we
Okay.
can make
I like
predictions.
that.
So we can predict how a body will move relative to another, and it fits. It works when we observe it. It works. The mathematical model works. The
Okay,
mathematics work.
Hold on.
Right? So it is not a faith anything. And when we say update, we don't mean you discard the theory. It works on a certain level. The other theory, then you introduce another theory, which is shown not to be false, that works at a different level. It does not negate the other, sir. You are getting it wrong, and you have this thing in your mind. Is faith. It's not.
But
And
sorry.
I'm not going to repeat myself
Phil.
again. I am finished. I am done. Because
Phil,
if you're going to go back over in circles, I am finished.
Yes,
because you don't listen. You don't try to understand. You are just waiting for your turn to speak, and you do it over and over and over and over and over again. And it's very frustrating.
Oh,
because you're not here to learn. You are here just to defend your faith. And that's it.
No.
And rather than see, okay, how did God do this? Even if you want to believe in a God, how did God do this? How did God think? Science explains.
I didn't actually say
but you are so entwined in your God belief that has no evidence of that God existing.
I'm sorry, Phil.
You think pulling down
audio off.
A workable model, a testable model for your theory, for your hypothesis. And the problem with the God hypothesis, as Lord Bola correctly said, is unfalsifiable. And you should never believe anything without good evidence, because it's just made up. My flying space monkeys is real then, just like your God is real.
I'm sorry, I'm getting heated
Thank
up.
you.
I won't go further.
Yeah, property.
Property. I don't want you sorry.
Yeah,
I won't go further.
I just want to say sorry. Property. Do you believe the earth is wrong?
Sorry?
Do you believe the earth is wrong? You believe the earth is wrong, or do you know the earth is wrong?
I didn't get what you said. The last word. What is wrong?
Do you believe the earth is wrong, or do you believe the earth is wrong?
Like a
circular.
You mean the Earth, right? Planet Earth. Is that what you mean?
So now you're trying to be condescending.
Oh no, I said no. The intonation, the way you're going to pronounce it, different from a French, as well as a Somalian, as well as any other tribe.
So what? Everybody could understand what I said. You just want to be
I was giving options.
Come on, just answer the question. Just answer the question.
Okay, the earth is wrong. No, it is perfect. It has actually been in existence. It's left to our own understanding.
Let me change it. Let me change it up for you, because like you're not understanding. Do you believe the earth is like a ball, or do you know the earth is like a ball?
Oh, okay. Based on what I conceive to have seen and what I think from my own empirical knowledge and perception, the earth is spherical. Is that all right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, it's spherical.
How do you know that?
Okay, because I from all the longitudinal coordinate and everything, from what we've read, it's actually scientific, right? And anything that is flat will actually mean that what is at the bottom of that flat surface? What's behind us? What's underneath us? What's underneath us?
Yeah. So you believe, right? You believe the scientific proof that the earth is wrong. You believe that, right?
That the earth is round. No, the earth is not. I didn't say it's wrong. It's not wrong. Is it? It's round. It's spherical. I didn't say it's wrong. Hello? It's
No, you just
spherical.
no.
It's round. I did
You
not
could
say
say you could
it's
watch.
wrong.
You could
I didn't
say
say it's flat. No.
hello. You could say it is like a sphere. You could say it is spherical. You could say it is wrong. You could say it like a ball. It all means the same thing. Now, come on, stop playing stupid for me.
Sorry. Okay, go on.
So you believe the scientific research about the earth.
Of course.
So let me tell you something. Your Bible didn't say that. Your Bible said the earth is flat.
Where?
Go look it up.
So give me a reference.
Go and look it up. Because even if I give you it, you're going to say it is a lie and I'm making
So
it up.
should we suspend this talk until I look it
go
up?
Go and look it up, please. Let's go and look it up.
Okay, then can we talk about other things? Forget about the flatness of it. You can go on.
I don't want to hear you rant about your God. I don't want to hear you rant about your blasted Jesus. Go and look it up.
Hi guys.
Okay.
Hi everyone.
It's fine.
Hello everyone.
I'll do that.
Property?
Hi.
Hi, African atheists.
Yeah. Why is property of Jesus and his husband fighting on their anniversary? Why?
Who is doing what?
You and your husband. Today is your wedding anniversary. Why are you fighting?
Anniversary with who? Anniversary with who?
With your husband. How many husbands do you have? With your husband. Actually, I requested to come up here and ask you that. Why are you fighting with your husband on your wedding anniversary? You should be kissing, not fighting.
Okay, please align me with who is that husband that's been missing. Perhaps I've been in the wrong place.
Oh, I see.
African atheists, you know it. Please align me. I've been here. I've been single. I've mentioned that over and over again. I've been alone, single, and lonely.
You should be using a low voice, not high-pitched voice. Low voice.
Oh,
you're annoying your husband.
I thought you said my voice is soprano. I thought you never heard a soul.
Jesus Christ.
You said my voice is like a female's voice. That's what you've always said.
I never said that. You're saying you're thinking things like the way you love is in the air, Kwan. You're thinking things the same way
you're the one you particularly said
you're making
this
up
over and over again. You said this.
You're
so
making
many
up
times you said I should go and fix my soprano voice. I have a very boring voice that I should bring out a live picture or an image to show that I'm actually a man. You guys have said this, but you're not the only one. Sorry, sorry.
Property.
Yeah,
property is okay.
well,
as long as
I'm not going to forget
as long
that
as you and your husband are happy, it's you can keep the voice. No problem.
Where is spiritual? Where is spiritual? I miss the voice.
Jesus Christ.
Where's spiritual?
Are you here?
But do you know, I actually never believed spiritual is going to be as young as that. Like, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, you're being rude. You're being rude.
Okay, I was thinking, was that being rude? I think that's the height of being polite.
Yes, you were being rude. You was being a bigot.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, I think these people are tired of speaking to you. That's what I'm thinking right now.
No, can you just go on? Forget that I'm here. Forget about me. Go on with your conversation.
Yeah, Lord Bola and unforgettable. Hi,
How you doing, Africa?
I'm good.
How you
I'm
doing, my
good.
dear? Yeah,
Uh,
it's
I'm
been a
fine. How
while.
are you?
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just listening to my brother defending something that does not exist,
Oh,
and even
yeah, and
name himself
he's he,
property of Jesus. Like,
yeah, and he
I'm
he's
what he
he's
means
just
that I'm happy to be a slave.
Jesus
That's the true
Christ.
meaning of what he wrote.
Eh,
Yeah,
Property
property of
of slave.
Jesus. He's in these lives, in these EVS lives, for so many times.
Man.
Yeah, I would be thinking when I started deconstructing, I started going on these lives, and I'm telling you, I did not last a month. I did not last a month before I turned into a full atheist. So I'm wondering why property of Jesus is still holding these beliefs, and he's been coming here so often daily.
I'm
No,
sorry, I've joined a Satanist life, an Islamic life, other lives. As a fact, I joined you, but
no,
I
no.
don't know to an extent. Okay, I don't have to be this like direct, but I was thinking I'll have a superior knowledge to find a way to bring them. Like I always find loopholes, and
Bring
eventually they
them.
get to eject me. They,
He
they
trying to
report me
convert. He
out.
come in here to
When I
convert.
ask questions, they put me out all the time because
What is the
most of the
question?
time they can't answer all that I've put out to them, which I
What
understand.
question?
So that's why I
What
keep on going
question?
on around all the live session and all
What
that. But I
question do
like
you
this
have?
because I feel there's a unique bond in this very climate, which is we're all African,
Let me
and there's
ask
something
you.
special, even though it's not
Let,
very visible. But there's something very unique in the African
let,
spirit, in the African content.
let,
It's
let
just
me
that
ask you.
people
What
don't
are you
have
talking
this.
about? Are you high? What are you even talking about? I don't even understand a single word you say.
You
If
just
you are
don't
talk,
always
What?
if
understand.
you
You're not paying
then
attention.
okay,
I
let me
am
ask
paying
you.
attention and you're making no
Let me ask
sense.
you. Let me ask
Sorry.
you. Property. Let me ask you. If
Wedding bells. Beep,
Who is
go on,
that?
go on, go
beep.
on, go on.
It's a day of love and celebration, guys. Let's not forget.
Go on, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay, my dear.
Go ahead. I don't want to
and
interrupt you.
and
Go
I,
ahead.
I will strongly suggest that Phil got to be the priest of this Afro whatever live session to unite in the spirit of brotherhood
Let me
and the
ask you.
ulterior.
You are talking about unite. You saying unite the spirit of brotherhood of Africanness.
Yes,
What
yes.
then? Where did Jesus come into that?
No, forget Jesus was all about love, regardless of your
Which
orientation.
love? Which love?
Profound love,
Have
foundational
you
love.
have you read? I think Luke 19, where he said
That
that
what?
Luke 19, where he said that he's ready to kill, and the other verse that he said that I did not come to bring peace or love. I bring divide between
Do you
father
know
and
why?
mother, son
Because
and
if you checked, out of all the walks of life, all orientation, all faiths, foundational theories of men, and whatever they think about their belief system, it was only Christ that stood out. That's why I'm saying I've gone through all those other lives, and the only finger they're pointing is against Jesus Christ. All those other lives. Why
oh my
Jesus
goodness,
Christ?
oh my
That's the
goodness.
warfare. He's the only
This
one that
is
represents truth.
fro-
But now you guys
from
will
this.
say I'm
Listen,
preaching.
listen,
But
listen,
you
listen,
can go
listen,
and do your own investigation,
listen,
research.
listen, my brother. Listen, my brother. From this your answer, it shows the height of your delusion about that name called Jesus Christ, who never existed in the first place.
Oh, he actually never existed.
I'm telling you for a fact. He never.
It's a
In
white
a,
man's
in,
fantasy.
he wasn't
How
in
is
existence
that a
in
fact?
anywhere.
Just say you're just telling me, but don't say for a fact.
Prove me
You're
that
just
he exists.
merely like 80 years old. Have you gone back
Listen,
through the artifacts, through the
listen.
historical
I want
documents,
listen. I want the
and found out
just
it's actually a
give me the
fallacy? Or
listen. Give me at least the empirical evidences where I'm going to look up that he existed.
okay, so the text, carbon dating, those are scientific instruments that were
Which
used to
which
measure
text?
the depth and the time length of which some materials or objects were found, just to justify how old those objects have been living or they've
What are you
existed.
talking about? What are you
I'm
talking?
talking
Are we
about
talking
carbon
about
dating
objects?
objects
Are
based
we
on
is
archaeological findings,
uh-huh.
paleontologists. Do
Uh-huh.
you understand what that means? So when you go through all these things, those things are not in the Bible. These are
My friend,
scientific,
my friend,
empirical evidence of
my
research
friend.
and studies
Research
founded
of
by
what?
people like you who are not Christians.
Unforgettable. All the
Research
things
of
that he's
what?
talking about then been debunked
No, I
as
don't know what.
forgery and fake.
So, but if you're actually going to find those materials, you will find out that
Which
all that the
carbon
Bible
dating?
have said, and as a
Which
fact,
uh,
forget about the Dead
which
Sea
carbon
Scrolls that have
dating?
recently been discovered, you're going to
Which
see all
carbon
that the
dating?
Bible have narrated in the Bible. They are
Oh my
discovering
goodness.
it one thing at a time, a story at a time. Out of 2,500 prophecies, 2,000 prophecies have been fulfilled, have been counted
Um,
upon.
Wait, which
Prophet
one?
T,
So
Is
when
it
you
the
say it's a fallacy, I
can I
don't know
read
what you
something to
mean.
you?
And don't say it's a
Can
fact
I read?
because there are
listen,
documents to prove it.
Property,
Both
Quan,
listen,
Can I
want to
read
Israel,
talk.
something
we
to
have
you?
listen,
Property, shush, property, shh.
okay.
listen.
Somebody want to speak.
Now I know the reason why Phil is shouting at you because
I'm
Oh,
it shows that
you put
you
Quan up
don't
on the big
even
screen.
know even what you are talking about. Which carbon dating? Where?
oh,
Where can I pull it up? Who
you
wrote
know what
those
carbon
carbon
dating
dating?
is?
Tell me what carbon dating
We
is.
all know what it
Okay,
is.
okay.
Is it
Go
you
on, go
don't know
on.
what it is?
Just finish your talk. Go on, please. Let's not waste
What is
time. Go
carbon
on.
dating? You talk about papyrate. What is papyrate? A paper. I should go and look up a paper.
Okay, so you said for a fact.
And
How do
now
you describe
you
what
now
fact is? What is a fact?
you now quote a Nagamadi test, a codex
When
test
you say a fact,
from
does that mean
Egypt.
word of mouth?
My
Okay,
brother,
property.
there
Do you
is
know this
nothing
symbol
there.
right here?
Listen, there is
Do you know
nothing
Allow
this
there
him to
that
symbol?
proves
finish.
that he
Allow him
does
to
not
finish.
Hold on,
exist.
Kwan, allow him to
unforgettable.
finish.
Look, Quan have something to show him.
Hold on, Kwan. Let him
Is
finish.
is a made-up story by a historian called Josephus. So, my brother, you can go and
Okay,
read
you
about
met Josephus.
Josephus. Yes, it's a made-up story.
Where
So,
is
my brother,
Josephus right
look,
now?
where is Josephus?
Yes,
Forgettable
sir.
that I said let Quan talk because he will
Now,
keep you in a
No,
circle. He will keep you in a
archaeological
circle.
evidence
no,
Let
but he's
Quan
trying to
that
make
go
a
ahead.
point.
God, man, he will make his point. He just made the point and then he asking another nonsense question. Look what
Okay, Kwan,
Quan
go
have
on.
for you. Look what she have for
Kwan,
you.
Ali,
Kwan, can you go on?
look at the one's Guan this thing. Since
Okay,
we are
this is
talking about
Brother,
evidence,
can you go on and do a
this
bit of a research to know what carbon
is
dating and all those things and the Josephus that you met? Where can we meet
there
him?
is
Then we can come back. While I'm discussing with Kwan, come
there
back
is
with your
not
facts. Let me
there is
continue
nothing
with
there.
Kwan.
Listen, there is nothing there about carbon dating, papyrate, or codex,
Oh,
or any text, ancient text that talk about all those things. All those things are made up stories.
Forgettable. Do not answer
okay.
him.
All
He's
of them
deflecting.
are made up
What about
stories.
Josephus? Where is
Unforgettable.
Josephus?
He is deflecting from what Quan is showing him. Let him watch what she's showing him. Do
Well,
not
Of
let him
course.
deflect. Stop
is he the one
answering him.
deflecting or I am the one?
Hey, you guys don't want to hear this?
All right,
Just
go
say
on.
you don't want to hear it and I'll take it down.
Oh, Kwan, go
Go
on.
on. Go
Hold
on.
on, let me get my glasses. This is from the history. You know, history.
Of course,
They
I
have
know
a
History
channel and they
Channel.
talk about
Yes,
history.
on YouTube.
And
On YouTube,
I
yeah.
just did a simple Google search, asking if there is evidence of Jesus existing. And the history, does include world history. It says archaeological evidence of Jesus does not exist. There is no definitive physical or archaeological evidence of
Evidence.
the
Fact.
existence of Jesus. There's nothing conclusive, nor would I expect there to be. Okay. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
okay. The
Do you believe
reality
that
is,
there's
hold on. I'm going to read this little paragraph and then we'll go. The reality is that we don't have archaeological records for virtually anyone who lived in Jesus's time and place, says University of North Carolina religious studies professor Bart D. Ehrman, author of Did Jesus Exist? The Historical Argument for Jesus of Nazareth. The lack of evidence does not mean the person at the time didn't exist. It means that he or she, like 99% of the rest of the world at the time, made no impact on the archaeological record. So, if there was a person named Jesus that did exist, that person would have been insignificant, thusly not a savior. And I would think that if someone was died and stayed dead for 3 days and rose again, that would make a substantial impact on historical records. But there is no record of that anywhere outside of the Bible.
okay? Okay. Well,
Let me say this, everybody, right? Israel is not an ancient place, right? Israel was only named Israel on the 14th of May, 1948. But people like property will think this place exists. No, you could go and look it up, property. You could go and look it up. They named that, the
1948,
Vatican
of
named
course.
that, yes, that place was taken over by the British and they handed
By
over
the
to
British,
the Vatican.
right?
And
Of course.
they named
But
it
you as a
on the
scientist,
14th. Listen, right? Jeez. Now, how could a place exist in the Bible that did not existed until the 14th of May, 1948, which means the Israel never existed. And let me tell you another piece of fact. That place, all them sites that they tell you Jesus was in this tomb and this Jesus walked here, all those things was constructed to mimic places in the Bible as a tourist attraction.
okay. Have you studied the Egyptologists? What can you say about the history and
Hi,
the
Coach George.
lifestyle of the Egyptian mummies and the gods of Egypt? What can you say?
Well, at this point, I think property of Jesus is just making things up. I don't
No,
even
I'm
think he
asking.
knows what
Yes,
he's
Is
saying.
yes.
Egypt a fallacy? Is Egypt a makeup? Our next door neighbor.
African atheist, he's just making shit
It
up.
went out
Can
of
you
the
just say
place.
something about Egypt?
So no.
If
You're
everything
talking
that
about
is a
Jesus.
lie
No, that's a
about
divergent.
Jesus,
Sorry.
can
No,
you say
no,
something
no,
about Egypt?
no.
I believe the
Property back
pyramids
on
are still
point.
there. Pyramids are still
Property
there, right?
back on point, sir. Back on point,
Property,
please. Get back
property,
on
your
point.
husband said no. Stop. Your husband said no. Stop it.
Who is
Listen to
that?
your man.
Okay. Well, Kwan, I
Just
never knew
pause.
Kwan
Just
is
pause.
this cute.
Stop
Oh,
hitting
Kwan.
on people
Go,
in front of your
Kwan.
husband.
Go,
Stop it.
Kwan. Okay.
He wants to butter me up now. I'm not falling for it. He wants to.
Okay, go on. Phil, you're trying to say something. Okay, in absence of that, can we just say that since you said all that has represented Israel and its foundations of Judaism and the coming up of Christ, his lifetime, his death and resurrection is all a makeup, and that puts to the fact that what Leonardo da Vinci have designed and equally like all the artists in the medieval times have copied in the
Da Vinci?
1400s,
Wait.
1300s.
Let me tell you
That
that
was
painting
all
of
a
that
makeup.
painting of Jesus.
Then I'll
Yes,
have
it
to
is made
rest
up.
my case.
Listen. That
As a
painting of
scientist,
Jesus,
you're not
what
even
you're
supposed to
clinging to,
debate this.
that
should-
painting of Jesus that you're clinging to is not even a painting of Jesus. It's a painting of a gay man.
Oh, Jesus is a gay man?
All those people are criminals, selected and used to paint that thing by
Who
Da
are
Vinci.
those? Like
Da
those
Vinci,
people
Da
that
Vinci was
live.
way long after Jesus purported to have been on this earth, way long. So don't bring Leonardo da Vinci. Sir, you are going all over the
Last
place.
Supper.
You are bringing non sequiturs. You are going all over the place. You're
Jesus
not
walked the earth at the same
formulating a
time.
good argument.
Now hold on. Keep
You're
your
not
peace.
formulating an argument. Your argument is poor. Your argument structure is poor, not sound. You're invalid. Your premises are invalid. You are not making good arguments, and you still have not learned. You have not done your homework. Before you go and do your homework, you have not done your homework. We are finished with you right now. There's no sense people having a talk with him because he has not done his homework. The homework we give him to do to go and learn how to make better arguments and to read, he has not read up on anything. It's clear from his answers. He's just carrying us all around the world. So right now, property, I would suggest you drop and go and do your homework and then come back.
Okay, I won't say
Because
anything.
I am not entertaining your ramblings. You are rambling right now. You are rambling, sir. As
Property of Jesus. Just a minute. Property of Jesus. Do you know what Bible says?
because it's a sad, pathetic arguments you're making. You all over the place. You're not making sound arguments. You're not making valid arguments.
Just a minute. Phil, just a minute. Property of Jesus. The Bible says that wives should obey their husbands, and they should stay quiet. So obey your husband and stay quiet. Property.
That's why I say I'll be here. Forget about me. Go on.
Phil.
Sandra, I can see that.
Phil. Yeah, are you around?
Sandra, why?
Okay, all right.
You look so beautiful to be doing that to me.
Lord Bola. Lord Bola. You are here when I came up. I told you the frustration I'm facing on the street on daily basis. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Where is my spiritual wife?
Is exactly what I'm talking about.
Unforgettable. You must not let them bait you into a circular argument, because the questions he's asking you, it will just go wrong and wrong in a circle. Like when he asks you about carbon dating, he doesn't even know nothing about carbon dating, but you're trying to fish the answer out of your mouth.
He doesn't know anything about it.
Don't tell him nothing. He don't know nothing. He's not
like I don't know anything about carbon dating.
Can I add that picture from the Last Supper was done
in
about 1495, between 1495 and 1498. So it's not an accurate depiction of anything that anyone physically saw. Again, it is from the imagination of white men.
Okay. I actually move so fast. I don't have time for any small talk. That's how I move. But that's why I see if you don't have anything for me, I'll move. I say forget about it. But when you say I don't know anything about carbon dating, I've been a scientist for this long. Oh my, come on. But go on, do all your talk, please. Forget about me.
He's a scientist now.
I'm sorry to have messed up the whole show.
You guys
are powerful, you're brilliant, I support you. You're the best.
He's a scientist and he couldn't understand anything Phil was saying.
I just want to say, I
Scientist of
Jesus. If you address me one more time, I'm blocking you. I'm honestly blocking you. I'm staying in the comments because I don't think I have any more niceness in me, but you're delusional about us, and it's actually starting to make me uncomfortable. So please stop, or I'll block you. Thank you. But hope everyone.
What he's doing that falls under the line of sexual harassment.
What is that? What am I doing? Sexual harassment, for God's sake?
Because the woman is not interested in you and you're still trying to push her point. You want to be in a relationship with her and you're trying to push this point like you're going to get her. That is sexual harassment. She's telling you to leave her alone. Stop it.
No, it's just for the show, for God's sake.
He said he doesn't like old women. And you're an old woman. Property of Jesus. She said she's into young people, people her age, people their age.
Like,
And
hold on.
you
Do you
are
know
50. You are 50. Property of Jesus. Respect your old
she's
your own
32?
big
32 and
age.
above?
Come on.
Honestly, she sounds too serious for her age. That's how I used to think. I said she's over 30.
Now you're going there. Now, look, listen. Now you're just insulting her.
No. But you're the
Stop
one that
it.
said
You are
something
about
about
you
me.
are about to be
Sorry.
blocked. You know that spiritual doesn't play, right? You do know that they do not play. They do not
But now
play
you
around.
see what I'm saying. I said she's
Behave
sounding too
yourself.
serious for her age.
Property, behave yourself. Stop
I'm
talking
behaving.
about her.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Property, I have a scripture for you. Since your tone is very elevated for you, and it comes from Proverbs.
Forget. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Let me read from your Bible. Yes, Sandra?
Hold on. Just for clarification, please. Spiritual's pronouns are they, them.
Yes.
All right. They, them. That is their
They, them.
pronouns. And they do
And
not
they
want
have
you.
said what they
Leave
said
them
what
alone.
they said, Property.
They are not interested. They are not playing anymore. They have set a boundary. Spiritual. That is what I'm talking about. Their pronouns are they, them, and they do not want you. Leave them alone. They're not joking
Spiritual is one
anymore.
person. Leave them. Who are they?
Spiritual's non-binary. They're non-binary.
Leave them alone.
Okay, and they said to leave them alone. Period.
Actually, I'm just catching cruise.
Period.
Is what they say. Come on.
Just the game, the jokes, the flirting, whatever. It's not funny anymore. It's cringy. It's super cringe. They're not interested. Just
Okay, I
leave them
understand.
alone.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Spiritual sorry. I won't do that
What did I say
again.
about apologizing? You apologize, and then after the minute you're done apologizing, you do something nasty or something horrible, and then you start apologizing again. It's horrible.
Sorry.
It's a vicious cycle. What's the point of even apologizing? And your apology does not even sound like it's coming from your heart. It sounds like it's coming from your mouth.
Forget about me. I'm here. I'm enjoying the fellowship. I just like being around you guys. I'm fine. If there's anything mild to say, I'll say. Forget about that. I'm here. Forget about the spiritual context, the property of Jesus. Eventually, we'll get somewhere. Yeah, we'll forget property of Jesus. I've been in different forums. I'm here for you guys, for the love, for the future.
Which love are you talking about?
It seems disingenuous though,
He haven't been loving to me at all.
Right. It seems really disingenuous.
Like, please, spiritual should know. I'm in Africa. I'm in Nigeria. I have lots of women. I'm just catching cruise everywhere, please. So goes for every other person.
Baba, hi.
My
I'm having
brother.
fun.
How you guys doing?
My brother.
Fine. How are
My
you?
brother.
I'm
Stop
fine.
catching
I'm
cruise.
fine.
I don't know whether you have.
I was going to talk to
I drop you, I put you in timeout, I can put you on mute for 5 minutes. If you coming back up, you keep your mouth shut and don't say anything about spiritual or anyone up here. And you're going to listen. I can treat you like a child. You are in timeout right now because you are behaving like a child.
Okay, so this scripture that I wanted to read, and while Property is down there, he can look this up himself. It's Proverbs 9:13. It says, and I quote, "Foolishness is like a loud woman. She does not have wisdom or knowledge." Property, we're trying to teach you something, and you don't know. So please go do some research, okay, sweets?
you know, the educational system in Nigeria is so bad. People do things and they're just uncourteous. I mean, they lack basic courtesy and they don't even realize
Baba.
it.
Sorry to interject you. Continue. Afro.
Yes.
Quingent was to come up, and apparently only you can bring them up.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys
Quingent.
can bring people up, can't you?
we can, but for Quinjet, I don't know what's happening with the account.
We can never see Queen Jet's request. I don't know what it's about.
Hello.
Queen Jet, is your page private or
Oh,
something?
finally, hi.
Page is private. That is why.
Oh, yeah, it is private.
Okay, that's probably why.
Okay.
And the boy can't bring people up apparently.
You know why? Because he's probably gonna bring up Let Love Lead. So
He's a nasty,
No,
nasty boy.
no,
Ain't that
don't.
right, the boy?
Who? What kind of name is
His
that?
new
Though?
name is Nasty Boy, y'all. Oh, you nasty boy.
Trying to go down.
Is someone talking right now? Because they're very low.
That property
No,
of
nobody's
Jesus is just
talking.
a typical brainwash average Nigeria you can meet on the streets,
Exactly.
whether
Exactly.
Muslim or
Exactly.
Christian. He is a typical
Yes.
what I'm telling you guys few minutes ago that I
Yes.
almost all my friends they behave the same way. If not because that you guys, he will be saying that, don't worry, Jesus is going to kill you. Imagine someone is telling that his God is love. He's praying for Jesus to kill you or do something bad to you
Yeah.
so that you understand that Jesus is powerful. How can you, man? These people are so brainwashed to become a psycho and a vampire.
Unforgettable. You're so.
Pray.
You're very correct. You're very
Ah,
correct. There's something wrong with a lot of Nigerians. I'm sorry to say I'm a Nigerian myself, and I will not hate on any Nigerian, but I'm just trying to see something that I've observed, like coming on this live and many other lives, and watching how Nigerians put forth their arguments. You find out that there's some basic education that they lack. I mean, they're not able to when you put forth critical reasoning to them, they're not able to assimilate it, they're not able to
yeah,
comprehend it, and the arguments are very dense. It's very dense. They're not able to hold ideas that are heavy. They
yes.
just they just have surface talk, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I mean, and
If
coupled with the fact that a lot of them don't read, they
Yes,
really don't
that
read.
is exactly. They refuse to study. They believe what their pastor told
Yes,
them or their imam told them.
exactly,
And they refuse to
exactly.
study to know exactly what that book says. And whatever the
Yes,
pastor says,
yes.
they will be, and the worst part of it, they will be shouting to you, what Jesus cannot do does not exist. That slogan is the madness of it.
I have a
Yes, I mean,
question.
like, okay,
I do have a question.
yep,
See for Baba, you
yes, please.
continue. What's happening? We are in agreeing. We are all, oh, where are the people who disagree with us? Where are the Christians? Where are the Muslims? Where are the spiritual people? If there's someone in the
I think,
comment section who'd like to join the conversation and does not agree with us, please request to join
yeah,
and we will bring you up. Thank you.
I actually joined because I wanted to talk to property, but since it's not up anymore, I think I'll have to go down so somebody else can come up.
No, no,
Property,
no.
no,
There is no one
no,
who's
no,
requesting. You can
no
continue
you
one is
stay.
speaking.
requesting.
I can drop down so
No,
somebody can
no,
come up.
no. I mean,
Yes.
until someone else requests, it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Nobody has requested.
Okay.
So, my brother,
No
that is
people.
exactly what we are
Wait,
seeing on the screen.
Well, I
Like,
do have a question though. How do we, like, anybody who has thought about it can answer me? How do we propose that we could actually change things? Like, I know this kind of lives, a lot of people are deconstructing because they're joining into TikTok lives like this, and their eyes are opening to things. But in our immediate environment, like, you see, in my immediate environment, I don't really talk about religion, right? Because I'm afraid of, I don't really want that. I don't think I'm ready for that confrontation right now, right? So I don't really talk about it with anybody. But how do you suppose that in our immediate environment, for people like me, like, what do you suppose we can do, right,
all
to
right.
engage more
Like
people?
me, I will tell you, always engage them. even if they will abuse you, like me, everybody, I'm just like an abuse signboard wherever I go, even in the midst of my friends. Even when I go to village meetings where we have our town meetings, they always abuse me. They will call me Antichrist. They will call me Illuminati. They will call me barbaric. They will call me all sorts of names. But one thing I know, I didn't take it to heart. But when I look at
Mm,
them, I feel frustrated that they are so deluded in what they are doing. And when you
yes,
try to explain to them, they will even bash. The bash is not the problem to me because I don't care about their bashing. But the way, if you see the zeal in which they are defending this stupidity, it will make you be like,
yes, yes,
when is this thing going to
yes,
end? Does it mean that you need to
yes,
bring any hammer to break their head and make them to start reasoning?
yes. You know, when I was a kid, my father used to beat. I remember one time we had Bible study in church. My father is a pastor. I remember one time we had Bible study in church and I didn't go because I think I was too lazy to wash my clothes, so I didn't have like clean clothes to wear to church. When he came back, he gave me serious lashing for not going to church. And I was wondering, like, okay, what is it about church that I have to go? Like, why why do you have to beat me for not going to church? Do you get it?
And a lot of people, like now, a lot of people who refuse to speak are, just like you now. The reason why maybe you'll be afraid because of the trauma and abuse and what people around you is going to say. Maybe if you're a business person, I don't care.
Yes,
I'm a business person, but I will speak my mind wherever I'm with you. If you
yeah,
don't want to patronize me, I will now tell you, is it because I'm talking about your Jesus now who is all loving because you are defending, you don't want to patronize me? That means that your God is telling you what to do or whatever. That shouldn't bring the enmity. You should
yes,
allow your God
yeah,
to do the needful. If your God is all powerful, knowing, and almighty to do whatever He wants to do, let your God deal with me. Let us do our business as brothers, as clients.
yes,
If
yes.
your God that
I
I'm talking
agree.
about is not powerful, let that God, all powerful, deal with me.
Yes.
You will see them be praying
That
so that you have problems, so that they will mock you that you are no longer believe in that shit they believe in.
yes, 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 yes. They pray for bad things to happen to people that don't believe
Eh,
so they can,
so that you come back and tell them, oh, I not believe in Jesus. I will tell them, like yesterday, day before yesterday, when I was with some of my friends, an older one, I told them, look, you are praying that something bad will happen to you. Look, if I died today, just know that it's not your Jesus that killed me. Maybe it's
yes,
because of the lack of money. I don't have money to be able to go to hospital and have checkup about my health, or maybe I died because of the bad roads in Nigeria that caused the accident that made me die. Because it's not your Jesus. He has no power.
can be.
Even ordinary paracetamol is more powerful than your Jesus. And you are talking. And even if I catch your
Yes.
Jesus, I will slap a hell out of him because he's so stupid to be deceiving my brother. They will be like, oh, look at what you are saying. The devil has taken over you. Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. Like
Yes.
madness is on the tire them.
Yeah.
I heard somebody come on one somebody came on the live and was saying that okay, if you don't believe you should shut up your mouth, you should not spread unbelief. But you see, people who are religious, both Christians and Muslims, they force their religion on us every
Oh,
time. In
of course.
government, they try to force their religion. The constitution of Nigeria has religion in it. So how do you
Of
expect
course.
me to close? I don't believe so. I should close my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. We're even supposed to do more than that. If I had my way, right, I would start a church. And what I'll be doing every Sunday is I'll be inviting every Sunday service to be a debate between atheists and Christians. It'll be so popular, just that you know, um, you'll probably come
Of,
and burn the church. Nigerians burn it, but
of course, they will
it'll be
burn
so
it down.
popular. Like, yeah,
They, they will even lock you up because you are trying to make people to understand. Especially if you
Yes.
stay in the northern region and you are talking about being disconstructed from all this religious stupidity. They will come and kill you.
Yes.
One of the guy called
Yes.
Mubarak is now in prison. He was sentenced 28
I heard
years
that.
imprisonment because he was telling people on Facebook that Allah cannot do anything, that Allah has no power, that if Allah has power, why are they suffering? Does it mean that Allah abandoned them? Or does it mean that he does not understand the prayer? Why they pray 5 times in a day, but Allah is so deaf that he cannot come down and answer them. He was, speaking out, and one of his friends now said that he's abusing Allah. Because of that, they arrested the guy and put him in prison. Now, sentenced him 28 years imprisonment because he spoke out. He speak out. So that's
And
how
then
bad it.
people they ask why you're not
That's how
speaking up
bad it
against
is
religion.
in Nigeria, especially in northern Nigeria.
We
You can't
we all
even
should
speak
speak
in
up against
northern
religion,
Nigeria.
honestly.
So, like, as far as like how to change people's
Sandra, just a
perspective. Yeah.
minute.
Oh yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interject. I know I'm always doing this, and I'm sorry. Ralph, Ralph, yeah. You then typing praise the Lord. I will step
Oh,
off you.
Wreck-It.
Come on.
Did you say Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay, Wreck-It
You
Ralph.
send your request in. Send your request in, and I will step down for you. Go on, Sandra. Sorry.
before
No, I
before you continue, Sandra, let me just say hi to I've got a couple of people, well, some people watching on YouTube. Hey everyone on YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in and listening to the conversation. I mean, yeah, this is so guys, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming on YouTube. Okay, because I've let the YouTube audience down for a very long time, so please make sure to follow me on YouTube, and I will be streaming on YouTube tomorrow. And also please watch out, please look out for some great interviews with some very interesting people on their journey out of religion, the journey out of uh, faith, Christianity, Islam, right? I've got a couple of people who have said they're going to come on and tell their story. So please do tune in. I'm the Afro Atheist as well on YouTube. So make sure to follow me on YouTube. And yeah, let's let's do this.
At what time will you be streaming? At what time?
That's the thing. Let's see. So it's already today over here. So it would be um right. It would be about 6 p.m. my time. 6 p.m. GMT. 6 p.m. GMT. Okay.
Oh, 6 p.m. GMT. Okay.
6 p.m.
Uh,
GMT. My time. Because
no, if you say
all of
GMT,
you have
then it's not your
all
time.
different, different,
Afro,
different times. Yes, ma'am.
if you said GMT, then you don't say your time. It's either GMT or your time.
Oh, no, it's GMT. I didn't even know.
Okay.
I'm not sure I know the difference.
That's that is, oh gosh, 5 from 6 1 p.m. Eastern time or Atlantic Standard Time.
Hello, sorry,
Thank you,
sorry to ask
Phil.
Sandra, please, where are you? So that are you in Nigeria or are you in Europe or are you in the US?
I'm
Thank
in
you
the
for
UK.
that.
I'm in the UK.
Okay, okay. So that should be 7 p.m. Nigerian
So
time.
that'll be
Yeah.
7 p.m. Nigerian time.
Goodness gracious. Oh, this timing issues. Mm-mm. Anyway,
Right. I'll
I
look
okay.
think it's
forward
So,
to it.
9
so
9 p.m.
before you all continue as well, if you are someone who believes in God, if you can at least come up and tell us about your God. I mean, all of you listening cannot all of you cannot all be atheists now. Come on. All of you cannot all be people that have deconstructed the God character or deconstructed faith. So what exactly are you all doing? If you are a God believer, right? Come up and let us talk about your God, right? We can talk about God, we can be respectful, we can have a conversation about God, and yes, the goal is to prove whether God exists or not. That is the goal. And if God does not exist, at least you ought to know that. We some of us already know that, but I mean, you who believes in God, don't you think you need to prove that to yourself? So if you are a God believer, come on and let's talk about God. Well, your God, because everyone's God, they're all different gods, different gods for different people. Mm-mm. So yes,
Ye-
And if you can
Thank you,
turn water into
Comrade.
wine, you would make it a lot easier for all of us. Me, just
huh?
do a
What are you
miracle, turn
saying? You
water
make
into
it a lot
wine.
easier. You make a lot of money if you can turn water
Sandra,
Now,
into
I
wine.
agree.
now
Sandra
You
that
are
was
we are
making a
having
lot
speaking.
of money.
now that we have
Right,
sold a lot
Sandra
of
was
pastors since
speaking.
we are having fuel gas hike in Nigeria. A liter is
Exactly,
600
exactly.
naira. Let the pastor start turning water into fuel to
I'm
make an
sorry.
easy for us now.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
The lady was speaking when she was just about to go. So please, Sandra, please continue.
yes, except
No worries.
for sorry, Sandra, except for property of Jesus, please do not request again. Sorry, Sandra, go on.
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. Um, like this is not it's not an easy question to answer as far as like how to release people's kind of this grip that Christianity and religion in general have on people. But I feel like if we, and this is easier said than done, but if we were to uh, help folks economically, right, or socially, because I feel like a lot of these places, when missionaries go into areas that are underserved or don't have a lot of resources, and they bring the Bible with their food, with their whatever aid. Like if we could do that separate from religion, like I don't know, I know a lot of us know Sebastian Cole, but for those who don't, he was talking about how here in the U.S. specifically, how low the most religious states are in our country, like as far as education, as far as health, as far as happiness, and the least religious states, happier, richer, more educated. Of course, in America, race plays a large part in that. But if how can I put this? If people's lives were improved without having to go to a God for it, if people could see um, atheists, secular people living fruitful, happy lives, like if there were like governments that didn't impose religion but instead were all about like I guess essentially socialism, like a way to take care of people's needs without them feeling like they need to reach out to a god to save them. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Hi,
does make
African
sense.
Zen.
Complete.
Like I said, it's not easy because it requires uh us recognizing people's basic humanity, and recognizing everyone's inherent right to exist a happy, helpful life, regardless of what they
Yeah.
believe. But I feel like if we just respect each other's basic humanity and ensure that people, are able to live comfortably, regardless of what they believe in, I feel like that could turn the tide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree.
Hey, African Jane.
Hey, been a while.
It's been a while. Good to see you.
Hmm. Yeah, I uh, I don't know whether I can make a point.
Yeah, go on, please.
Okay. I honestly, I'm going to say something which is a bit cutting. I don't think Christianity, religion in general, is something that would be tolerated indefinitely. I think it's something that was an early stage human evolution in terms of trying to understand the world we lived in. We saw lightning, we saw fire, we saw so many things, and apparently right all the way back to
Okay.
proto-human,
African
where we
gene,
tried to bury our dead.
African gene. Hold on. I'm not sure if it is me, but you're sounding.
Yeah, can you speak louder?
No, and
African
then
Jin?
the mic is sounding a bit muffled, so I'm not sure. What? Yeah, the audio isn't clear.
Okay,
Yes.
it's
Thank you for your thoughts. Yeah, the
it's a
same thing.
very
I
new
wasn't.
phone.
Holy
It's a full
Ghost
Apple phone.
fire. Holy
I don't
Ghost
know what is
fire
better. Is it
on that
better?
mic.
Holy Ghost fire on the mic.
Yeah, I figured instead of spending $500 and something dollars on a real Apple headphone, what if I bought something that was just about a tenth or 20th of that price? So there you go. So basically, what I'm saying is that if you go back all the way into our history, it's an African and world history, is the fact that we had some kind of belief system. I'm not saying this as a justification. I'm saying that this is primitive, very primitive. And what has happened over time, if you can draw a graph, is that we are losing faith because we are getting a more informed understanding. And so I see if you follow that trajectory, eventually religion is going to go away. And I don't think it's going to go away, with a whimper. I think it's going to go away quite violently. It's going to become more cultish over time. It's going to be bookended by the way it started.
Mm.
And so for me, when we talk about religions as being tolerating religions and stuff, it's fine and good. I'm not trying to say we should impose a secular state on religion because it's just going to go underground and become a matter of itself. But I do
Mm.
think there's a certain degree of tolerance of religion that keeps on coming up. In the last 20 years, we've become more religious than we were in the last 30 years, I mean before that. And we seem to be going in a certain trajectory where religion is becoming somehow a very, it's not just religion in terms of Christianity and Islam. It's also becoming a lot of these spiritual type of religion. And I don't mean it in terms of
Yep,
the
yep.
native religion, which people may know I respect, or the native beliefs. I'm talking about specifically the booga booga. It's something abstract I can't explain. It's type of religion, which is bullshit. Because at the end of the day, we all live by philosophy, and philosophies affect societies, both in terms of how we vote, how we live, how we communicate with each other. And so I do feel
Exactly.
like we need to be able to hold our feet to logical reasoning, which is something we can all agree on, whether you're religious or not. Because at the end of the day, if a belief system is doing nothing for morality, and Christianity, Islam do nothing for morality, there's no correlation between a good person and a religious person. If anything at all, there's more likely a correlation to the contrary. And so I'll say that again. There's a more likely a correlation to between a religious person and immorality. Because if you are deferring your morality to a non so you're defining your morality to fiction. So something that will give you no punishment. God has not come and struck people dead in 2000 plus years. In fact, in the New Testament, he doesn't do anything because that was written history. So therefore, he couldn't act because it would go against, well, reality. He only acted in the Old Testament when it was all word of mouth. And so for that reason, I feel like we coddle religion in a way that we don't coddle any other kind of foolishness. Whether it was the Nazis, I'm sorry, the Germans of the 1930s or 40s, or it was any other cult, which is what religion is. And if it's, and I think the thing is that as anybody who has deconstructed belief, you would realize you were constantly hit, if you're a Christian or a Muslim, you're constantly hitting with the logical crossroad where you have to choose between a logical, obvious path and a nonsensical path based on what you already believe. And you chose rightly the sensible path, and you kept doing that until your religion became stupidity to you. And so for me, it's like if somebody is in religion, I don't say they are less intelligent, but they are clearly um, coming from a weaker spine. Because at the end of the day, if you're facing hard truths and you keep on ignoring that, at some point there's some accountability that's in your hands as to why you're doing that, why you constantly choose nonsense and you delude yourself into believing things that are not they're not defensible in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not trying to say those people should put aside or we should disregard them. But at the end of the day, it's a pity. Anyone in a cult is a victim. But the reality is that we have to stop coddling religion itself. And that is probably a way that it can go out basically faster and go out better. Because at the end of the day, I think we can drag it out and eventually it might actually come back in a way that we can't even
When you say
envisage.
stop
I know it's a
coddling, though,
hard thing. I know it's supposed to be a very logical and diplomatic debate, but yeah, go on.
when you say coddling, though, what do you mean specifically?
We seem to present it as though it is an equal value thing. Like, in other words, a person who is living in a religious perspective is equal valued in terms of their worldview or their opinion. Like, someone gets up and says, "Oh, I think this belief is this illness, and this is the cause, and it's scientific." Somebody else comes and says, "I think
What
it
are
is
you
God punishing me
whispering?
for the sins
What
of
are you
the
whispering,
past 12
African
years."
atheist? Sorry
I'm not.
about
I'm not
that.
whispering.
I'm just no, not you. I'm just saying I hear the whisper,
Oh,
but I'm
Africa.
not sure what's
Okay.
being said.
Oh,
Are
can you
you
hear
the
me?
Christian person right now or a Muslim? I'm not choosing, or a Hindu.
Oh, okay.
I'm not choosing right now. I'm not picky. Any will do.
Hey, sorry. Let me just say hello to someone in no, not someone on YouTube. Um, hey, Steve McRae manager, where have you been? It's been a while. What's up? What's up? What's up, Steve McRae manager? What's up? Okay, all right. Please continue.
Sorry, can you repeat the question again? Oh, yeah. So, in terms of the balance, I feel like someone gets up and says, scientifically, this is what I diagnose as a problem. And then the person who is religious says, no, I disagree. I think it's because you're being cursed. Now, those two should not be in the same ballpark at all. But when you look at the way nations are run, there's always this thing where there's so much consideration given to the nonsensical belief system as being a valid thing. Look at what's happening in Africa, where people are voting against. I don't want to go into that, into that what you call it, rabbit hole right now. But basically, we are making decisions, major decisions about people's lives based on religion, purely and pure and simple. And we're coddling it. We are giving it air in a way that you don't give anything that is as nonsensical as that. And that's a problem because we are supposed to, creation of church is something
Yeah,
that
I,
most
I think we can
sensible
fight
countries
that with
have as a rule. But yet somehow we accommodate it.
yeah, I think we can fight that with more
Sorry, I didn't
education
hear that.
too. Are you guys getting feedback? When I
Agreed.
talk, I hear like feedback. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, I do.
It is there.
I don't.
Yeah.
Try it again. I think it
Yeah,
might become sometimes when you have multiple mics on, that's what happens. So maybe
yeah. No, I'm not wearing any earphones or anything. I don't know. Turn the volume down. I don't know. It's weird. Um, but I think yeah,
Speak.
just like a
Afro,
little.
your mic it might
Oh,
be coming
sorry.
from
I am
Afro.
sorry. I'm sorry. I think it might just be me.
That's all right.
But guys, can I just say, everyone, it is Phil's birthday weekend. It's
Woo!
Phil's birthday on Sunday. Phil is going to be 26 on Sunday. So everyone, yeah, we need to say happy birthday to
are
Phil.
you talking about the proverbial 26,
Huh? Yes.
where adulthood stops
Oh,
And
and
I'm
look
crosses
at
into the
him,
selling
nether
him.
regions?
Phil.
I
So
am
Into
selling him.
Netherlands?
Phil,
I'll be selling.
well, apparently Phil is going to be on sale on
Yep.
his birthday. So
hmm
African Atheist is
Are
going
you
to
pimping? Are
sell.
you pimping Phil out?
Sorry.
Well, Phil
Operators, are you
doesn't
No, no.
mind
pimping
I'm.
Phil
being.
out?
Phil
No,
doesn't
we are not
mind being
pimping.
sold.
We are not pimping him out. We are plainly selling him. Just selling him. Plainly and simple. Sell this man.
So yes, it's this is specially dedicated to our resident scientists. Hold on, hold
hmm
on, hold on.
Yeah, the bid has already started. One is starting at 500K, and I'm taking.
No, wait,
Uh,
but African Atheists,
Yes.
I'm streaming on YouTube. So what if YouTube people want to make beads as well?
Yeah, they can you can read them, you can read the beats out for us.
Okay, so people on YouTube, please send your bids in, right? So where are we at with the bids?
500,000.
500,000 rands
What are
or
the
what?
laws against
No,
prostitution?
quads. Quads. It's the
Operators, I think
highest.
you should wear purple suits at this point.
Wow.
How much? Oh, you know what? Hold on,
550.
hold on. Listen, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to keep myself in a small box, and now Phil is going to be center stage.
Uh-huh.
Right, so people can see exactly what they're bidding for.
Mm-hmm.
And see who the birthday man is.
Yeah, it's safe to say the birthday boy. You
Birthday
and me,
boy,
Afro, we can say
birthday
the
man.
birthday boy. Not anyone else, just you and me.
He's using a filter, though.
Right, so
That's cheating. That's cheating.
No, it looks nice. He looks like a drug mafia.
oh no, Steve
Oh
McRae
yeah, he
manager.
does. He looks
Steve
like it.
McRae manager has put up 5 cent.
No, we are at 600K. He's lost.
Wait, Steve McRae manager says they will put up 2 pigs and a goat.
No, he's out. Steve is out. Yeah. Why is he trying
We're
to
talking
bankrupt me?
money. We're talking money over here, Steve
People are coming
McRae
with
manager.
cattle.
Juan
Not
is
People are coming
already
with
giving
cattle.
me six. Juan is already giving me 600 K. Why should I take a pig? No. This merchandise is very important. It's
and a
very
goat. And a goat.
no, I don't. No,
I'll give
my
you
father
10
gave
camels.
me two
Each one
goats.
of them is 25,000. Actually,
Sorry.
no. Let's make it 20 camels. Each camel is 25,000.
Well, guys,
Yeah,
listen.
that's
Guys,
still low.
guys, listen. This is Phil we're talking about.
Mm-hmm, that brain.
This is
That
Phil.
brain.
Listen, you guys, come on, don't let me down. Come on.
Those legs. Do you know I've seen those legs? Those legs are fine.
Also,
I mean,
he's handy with his
we can't
hands, if you know what
we
I mean.
can't prove God exists, but we can prove that Phil exists. I mean, look.
Yeah, look at those muscles. Come on.
See
Yeah.
those guns. See
As
those guns.
well.
Hello.
Yes.
700K.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Where's the bid at?
Phil.
By the time it's Sunday, we will be at yeah.
Phil, John of Head on YouTube says you need to stand up and twirl and show that booty.
Yes, like
stand up and twirl and show that booty. The man is
I'm sure
working out.
it's firm. All the
Look
cardio
at those
See?
look at those quads. Look at that. Ish. Look at those legs. Hey.
Spiritual came to bid, okay?
Yes,
Look,
I was.
6-pack.
Okay,
Ooh.
700K plus Michael Jackson shoes.
Oh my!
And
yeah.
Wait, you're
and
late.
He's the right side of that
Lord
board.
Bola is already at 900K. Yeah, so
Lord
no.
Bola.
So
Okay,
yeah.
I'm putting 950 and all your cell phones and debit cards and credit cards on the line.
We need our phones we need our phones to make the bid.
Well, I'm broke.
Exactly. That's I'm stealing it from.
Okay, let's see YouTube.
That's
What YouTube
that's
people?
what Sandra did last time.
Listen, YouTube people are broke. They don't have any
My
money.
strategy.
I'm willing to pay $1 million and I'll throw in all of Christianity so we can abolish it. We're gonna abolish Christianity.
We are not taking dollars. What? No.
We will crucify Jesus again.
I am not taking dollars.
Make sure the stone does not roll away from the door.
Spiritual, please tell Juan I'm not taking dollars. I'm taking, you call them quads, right? I'm not taking dollars.
You're not I can transfer my money.
Yeah, dollars value is low. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can transfer my money. I have that too. I'm a baller. I'm a baller in Jesus' name. So we're
I run a
also willing
church,
to
so
throw in Christianity for the secondary crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And this time we are going to use a hammered nail drills.
Oh, hang on, guys. You guys, someone on YouTube, the boy has put up £1,000,000 in cash.
No, I'm not taking pounds. I am not taking pounds.
Went over to
My
YouTube.
merchandise is important. I'm not taking pounds.
No, this is why. Listen, I'm abandoning TikTok, and I'm tax free. Listen, I'm abandoning TikTok. I ain't
I'm
coming
not
back
taking
here.
pounds.
I'm
Wait,
going back on.
can you
listen,
guys actually
YouTube
Google?
Is the head? Is the head?
This is it. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm completely done. You
Wait.
TikTok people, you guys are just
Phil,
child's play.
whatever you were doing when that money came in, do it again. Do it again.
Wait, guys, if
taking
you
the
want to
nod.
understand why African atheist is saying no dollars or pounds, search out Kuwait dinar and see how strong that currency is.
Phil, you were supposed to get up and twirl. That was what was said. Not to show us that you've been going to the gym. We know you've been at the gym. You're supposed to get up and twirl and twerk.
Twerk, yes, twerk for us.
See?
Yeah.
Turn around.
Let's
throw
see
that
the
ass
booty.
in a circle.
Shake
I
the
was-
booty.
Throw that ass in a circle.
Shake the booty.
I was just
Shake the booty. Yes.
Too sexy for my
Ja.
body. Too sexy
All
for
right.
And
my
Free Thought
body.
is saying Jesus is God. Come on,
Guys,
Free Thought.
just give me a minute. I'm gonna quickly I need the bathroom. When I come back, I'm going to come and twirl in support of the birthday boy himself.
Ooh.
Wait, Phil, isn't your birthday Sunday, not Saturday?
Sorry?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, it's the 20th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, Sunday.
How nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I want to show you, like, this is why my wife is not taking pounds anymore. If we put, let's see, 10,000 dinars is 255,000 pounds.
Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and
Nice.
show us, Phil.
Go on. Go on.
Yeah, the music.
Somebody should be playing I'm Too Sexy. Oh, I believe in miracles.
Phil. Go, Phil. Go, Phil.
Go Phil. Go Phil.
Take what your mama gave you.
Okay. And with that said, Phil is giving very much Shaggy with that filter.
I got one for y'all.
1.5 dinar.
I got one for you all.
And throw in Muhammad too. As he was being
You need to
poisoned,
throw in the
okay?
donkey that
So you get to
Muhammad
see
rode
him
on
die.
too.
Ooh.
Don't forget the donkey that
I'll
Muhammad
throw
rode
in all
on
the
too.
seven heavens.
Yes.
I was gonna add a donkey and half a moon. That he split.
Wait, Quintet is far ahead. Is way far ahead of you guys. Quintet, what did you throw in?
I'm betting $1 million and all the seven heavens.
No. Dollars disqualifies you. That saying dollar that disqualifies you.
I'm adding 1,150,000 dinar plus the 10 that Allah used to write existence. Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to be singing demonstration music. You're going to have to be on your feet. You're going to have to see you dancing. We're going to have to see some twerking. Let's see that shiny head.
Big tune.
What the internet is it on my side?
No, it's also like breaking up. It's coming in and out.
You hear that?
We hear it, but we're not seeing any shaking.
Yes, no. On your feet.
I want to see the booty shaking.
That's it. That chair is called blocking. That's what it is.
Guys, do you know the cartoon that is called All Hate King Juliet? Do you know that
No,
cartoon? Sorry?
There is an echo. Someone has an echo.
I think it's. How about now?
Oh, I think it.
Okay,
Cannot
Phil,
be
now
sure.
you're dragging the price up. They're gonna want more money.
Eh,
Mm.
it's the
He
internet.
Afro, we don't hear
yeah,
you.
it's
You're
the
muted.
internet.
I was wondering what happened to Phil.
Thank you,
Phil
Most
has
your
been
money.
Uh,
Most
frozen
your
in
money.
time.
so I'm a what's the African atheist? What's the currency? Dinar?
Let's
Kuwait
see. Let's
Kuwait
see.
dinar.
People on
Kuwait
YouTube.
dinar.
People on YouTube. What
Uh-huh.
did you guys
2
say?
million Kuwait dinar plus better internet for Phil.
Oh,
Sandra. Where did Phil
So fiber
go?
optics.
Yeah, fiber optics. I used to work with Verizon when they started doing FiOS.
That was the best internet I ever had. Everything else I had sucked since then.
See?
I have
So,
T-Mobile
the
internet
boy.
now at home.
Wait, hold on. I need to know if the boy on YouTube is the same the boy here.
yes, it is.
The nasty
Yes,
boy. He went over there to cheat
the
so we couldn't
boy.
see his prices, I'm sure.
The point is he's still here, so he's double dipping.
So
Double
I'm
the
still,
boy,
yeah,
dipping.
he's
the
doing the
boy is
most.
on
Oh,
YouTube
you
as well
nasty
as
boy.
Woo,
the
No,
boy.
we
nasty.
are not.
Nasty
We are
boy.
not going to finish. Sorry, guys. We are not going to finish that bit
Oh,
today. We will finish it on Sunday.
guys. Steve McRae manager over on YouTube. You all didn't want his pigs and goats. He says you have never tasted his pigs lately. Ladies,
Haram.
Oh,
you've never tasted his pigs. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Ladies
but we
have
it
don't
fun
eat
still
with
it,
does
that.
not
so
matter. I am not selling my merchandise for pig. No.
You know what?
You mean like pork? Like the cooked pig, right? Not like
Can I
No,
can
no,
I just say
no.
can I just say here,
we're not just biting pigs, right?
lady, African atheist,
Mhm.
you are hereby overthrown on this sale.
By who?
This sale is mine. I am running this
No!
here. No. You can't be in charge of all the sales. For tonight,
on.
when it comes to fuel,
I am the
I
Lord
run
of
things.
merchants.
I
I
don't
am the
care.
Lord of merchants.
I don't care.
She's
Yeah,
working
yeah.
with the Lord of Hosts, so
Yeah.
is this Holy
Afro
Ghost?
Atheist has some
Are the
fancy
pigs
names
going to
about
be
price
cooked in
point.
Holy Ghost fire? That's all I want to
Okay.
know.
So Steve McRae manager, are the pigs going to be cooked in Holy Ghost? Wait, sorry, cooked in Holy Ghost fire?
Fire, fire, fall on me.
Free thought. No, I'm not taking cryptocurrency. No.
No. Okay, let's see. AR says they've got 12 shiny gold. Okay, I can't pronounce. Krugerrands? Kruger rands for fuel. 12 shiny gold Kruger rands for fuel.
That sounds shady. I don't know what Krugerlands means. It's
Kruger Run.
something.
A
I've actually
billion
heard of that
I'm
before.
Kruger,
not
Dogecoin.
taking
Kruger. Is
it.
it Kruger?
A billion
Isn't it
Dogecoin.
Kruger or Kruger?
And
A billion?
GameStop stock.
Didn't they tank? I don't know.
No, they
No.
didn't. They got saved by Redditors.
Because I sold my Dogecoin.
I still
should
have
have stayed
mine,
They
but I
in.
probably
don't know
did.
how much. I have to go to my virtual
So
wallet.
apparently it is 1 ounce of gold coins. So
Oh,
12 shiny gold Kruger rands equals 1 ounce of gold coins.
Yeah, it still
How
sounds
much?
shady. No.
Okay, whatever feels weight in gold is.
Of gold coins cost.
Wait, so did you say whatever feels weight in gold?
In gold.
Oh, Sandra, you.
Damn.
This is
Wow.
just the first day of auctions. Calm down.
Wait, how many days auction are we doing for Phil?
No, we are not going to finish the beat today because we are doing it on his birthday is on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, so we start here, we finish it on Sunday.
So where are we at? Where are we at now? I mean, we have refused pigs, we have refused goats, we have refused so
Seven
where
heavens.
are we at now?
But the thing is, 1 ounce of gold would only give you about 1,500 pounds. That's not
Sorry,
enough.
how much? 1 ounce of gold to give you how much?
1,500 pounds. That's
I don't know, but I'm gonna be scamming all week, so I will have the money.
but no, you haven't got all week you've only got the weekend. So
not the weekend. Today is Saturday. So it's less than 24
Sorry, dollars
hours.
are not worth it.
Exactly. So you haven't
Oh,
Today
it's
is
24 hours
Friday.
actually. Sorry?
So tomorrow I'm going to make different accounts.
Sorry, Spiritual, you were saying?
I was saying tomorrow I'm going to make different accounts to go and scam people out of those spirituality accounts and hope I can win big. And then I can have more money to come and bid for Phil. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
free thought no euros.
Have money.
Sorry, Kwani?
Sorry?
The spiritual people do have money. They supply these people's whole lives just for internet videos. So if you can get 1 or 2 good videos out, I'm sure you can make it big.
I have morals.
I think we need to know what benefit do you get when you get Phil, when you win Phil. What are the benefits?
The brain.
First of all, the Phil is like an encyclopedia. Yeah, so you have a living encyclopedia for you, yeah.
And you get a button, and every time you push the button, it says, "Hold on, hold on."
I am not John speaking. I am still speaking. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah, and we saw the third leg. Me and my wife here, we saw the third leg, and it's promising. Yeah, we can guarantee you that.
Oh, it's only a claim. It's only a claim.
Stop saying it's a claim. We saw it. We saw it with our own eyes. Here on TikTok. Come on. Yeah, there is actually. Sorry, go on, Spiritual.
No, finish first.
Actually, if you go back to Afro's lives, those archives, if she can go back and download one of them, you can see that. We saw that leg. Yes.
It was your live, African Atheist, not Afro's live. It was your own live.
Seriously? Why don't I go back and get it?
Stop.
Do that.
But I think the best thing that you get as a gift for having Phil is you get a very passionate and sensual man. Yes.
Look at that head.
So can we? What we're going to do, because we've tried to prove the existence of God, but God does not exist, but Phil exists. So we're going to have Phil.
And
yeah.
Stop showing off your bald head.
Yeah, I was just.
I know you like this position. I know you like to see this position.
Exactly.
Phil, stop showing off your bald head and tell us.
I would love to see that position.
That's POV. That's POV operations.
Okay, Phil, can you tell us about yourself, please? Let's tell the folks just something. Talk to us.
Before he speaks, can I just add something? If you get Phil, whenever you're stressed or whenever you just feel like touching something, you can go and touch that head, that bald head. That bald head. It will feel good. It will calm you down. Yeah, you feel nice.
African Atheist.
Yes.
Will it make the total wet?
Definitely, absolutely. That's a
Oh
no-brainer.
yes, smoothness.
Yup.
Smoothness is always making it.
You
So
grant which it.
rubbing on the bald head would make the total wet.
You can stroke it. You can oil it. You can slap.
Just touching it, it's like touching electricity.
Okay.
Yep.
my god. Oh my gosh. I actually, there's something I don't think I've ever told any y'all. But when I was a baby, my head was bald. And my grandfather used to
Some
love
plot twist.
rubbing the top of my head when I was a baby. So this has gone back
Destiny.
to baby stage.
It was your destiny, Phil.
Oh yeah, it was my destiny.
Manifest. Manifest destiny.
Manifest
Phil.
destiny. uh, and I love to cook, but sometimes I do like certain sort of food, and so love jokes, love to laugh, love to smile. But when I get serious, I can be very serious, as you will
Mhm.
realize. Passionate. It might sound like anger, but it's more passionate, more passion out of reasoning.
And always
Oh
and
yeah.
always knows that
You
it's a
all heard
different
it
person.
here. When Phil is going in, when you hear Phil say, hold on, hold on,
Hmm.
hold on.
When Phil is going in,
Mm.
keyword going in.
So just know
Phil
Seriously.
has been raptured again.
that is passion, not anger. It's passion.
Can we marinate on that word,
Phil
on
needs
those
to
two
pray
words
to
going
Jesus.
in?
Hmm?
Can we marinate on those two words going in when Phil is going in?
Guys, hold on. I need to take a quick screenshot of this. Wait, hold on. Oh shit, it's gone.
Yeah.
You
Took a
jinxed it.
screenshot. Let me
You
send it to
jinxed
you,
it.
Afro.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh,
I took a
damn.
screenshot. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
Thank you.
You are fast.
That was
Phil has GMO
perfect.
Wi-Fi tonight. Sorry. He's got the GMO Wi-Fi. It doesn't work well with the Jesus 3000 microphone. Let's see.
Yep.
Oh
And
no!
Queen Jet was about to say something. Queen Jet, you were
What
about to
does
say
Queen Jet
something.
have up there? Wait, hang on. Let's see what Queen Jet has up there. Oh,
This
goodness.
is Phil's
Phil.
alternate personality. So
Oh
it's two
dear.
in
Oh
one.
dear.
What the?
Oh,
It's 2 in 1 for the bed.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Phil,
Remind
there's
me
an
to put to turn my camera on again with you
wait,
guys.
what
I can't,
do you
I
mean
can't think of
African
any
gene?
Mr.
So
Bean.
are you all
answers.
saying that this was Phil?
It does look like
Yes.
Mr.
No, he
Bean.
has
I wasn't
mask.
alive.
It does look like Mr. Bean.
This is just hating. This is just hating. This is low key hating.
Mr. Bean
No,
Phil.
we are not hating. Come on, African gene. We love Phil. Everybody
Phil, you
here
got some
loves Phil.
explaining to do. Let me see. Is he back yet? He's got
Oh,
the
I
invite.
just so you all know, in case you all do not know, Phil is on the market. Phil is looking for that special someone. Well, that special someone. He has told us exactly what he doesn't swing both ways. He only swings one way.
Wait, is he
How
in
do
the
I hear
room?
Phil laughing?
Phil
Where's
is still
Phil?
here.
Holy crap!
How do I
Exactly.
hear Phil laughing? Do you hear Phil laughing?
But
Phil is
not
Holy
This
here
is
Ghost
though.
today.
scary. This is
He's raptured.
exactly.
He's in the ghost plane.
Oh my God,
Oh.
Lord Jesus.
And
He's
it's
so
the
with us.
Ghost. It's the Holy Spirit.
Holy
Beans and
Ghost
Spirit is
fuel.
honey.
fire.
So for those of you, I've told you all, if you like Phil, you like Mr. Scientist Phil, slide in his DMs. Please slide in there. Me,
And he will
Hallelujah.
slide in yours.
I'm a licensed wedding celebrant. Okay.
Hallelujah.
Me, I want to join people in
Oh
holy
my gosh. Yes,
holy
the Mr.
matrimony.
Let's not forget, Phil is also handy with his hands.
Oh.
He's techie.
Mm.
He's handy around the house.
Mm-hmm.
He cooks.
African Gene, I did not see your bid. Yeah, and Phil can cook.
Phil can cook. Let's
No, no,
see
no, no. I'm
if
talking about my
people
friend here. Exactly.
okay, Paul Scatler says
And
Phil
he's
is
from the
so good.
island.
When he gets a shower, he gets break. Oh my goodness. Okay, Phil, Paul Scatler on YouTube says that Phil is so bad. When he gets a shower, he gets brainwashed.
Jesus Christ. Cheese on bread.
Not cheese on bread. Cheese on bread. Oh gosh.
Cheese
Oh,
on bread, right? Ah, oh yeah, love Belgian term, cheese on bread. Mm.
those are the Phil isms.
Oh yeah, Phil idioms. Yeah,
Yeah, so when you hear
cheese on bread.
Phil say, hold on, hold on, or
The
you hear Phil
Philicism.
say cheese on bread.
It's
But
philosophy.
there's a new one now. There's a new one now. There's a new one that Phil's been using lately. And that is when Phil says, don't get your knickers up in a twist. Don't
Microphone is
get
on
your
mute.
knickers up in a twist.
Yeah, don't get your knickers in a twist.
Don't get your knickers
See
in a
the way he
twist.
says the knickers, that little daint, accent right there when he says knickers. Understand that in a different context.
Your turn. Don't say he'll be doing all the knicker twisting.
Hold on,
Using
guys.
that words especially
Hold on, everyone.
for
Hold on,
males.
everyone. Please hold on. African G was speaking. African G?
I was saying, you see how he says the word knickers in this context. Now apply that in a different context.
Hmm?
I'm just saying.
Phil's gonna be doing all
Knickers
the
can be
knicker twisting.
But when they say
called
knickers in a twist,
taking off
what it
knickers.
means for males, especially for males, don't get your knickers in a twist.
What
In
does
other
it mean?
words,
What does it mean?
if you twist the knickers will squeeze your your balls.
Your balls.
Your
Yeah.
potatoes.
So
Your
the saying
tomatoes.
is don't get your knickers in a twist.
I
Your
mean, Phil, if
oranges.
you want your knickers to be twisted, just say so. Like it
But
can.
no, but for ladies, when your knickers are up in a twist, that allows for easy access.
No, it's pulled to the
Ah.
side.
Oh,
Oh, for the ladies, that's
Yes,
ooh.
when the knickers are up in a twist,
Mm.
I mean, I would think that
You know what I
that
think
would
it is?
mean it's easily accessible.
You know what I realize that it's a phenomenon I've seen. Even in white people do that. And I realize that there's a reason why Africans wear beads. For the
Yeah,
same
what?
exact reason. Beads.
Oh, beads. Okay, okay.
And you see cultures that don't have beads, they have to twist or they have to twist something because they don't have beads. So basically the knickers plays that role.
I'm lost.
Phil, you're the birthday boy, but I'm going to mute you for a second because man,
Yeah,
that noise in the back. Oh, yo.
It's
That
too fun.
noise.
African Gene. I never understood what you're
That
saying with the
noise comes.
beads.
That noise comes with Phil. There's
Africa,
that noise.
African atheist. Let me try and see if I can demystify it. You know, beads has a sexual reason for being.
For some
In,
people, those waist
in most
beads,
African,
those
in
waist
African
beads
waist
are
beads,
very sexual.
They're very sexual. If you're a guy, I'm sure you can attest to this. That if you're with a woman who has beads on and you are in a situation, specifically doggy style, you basically see the beads and it just ramps up everything. And so in cultures that don't have beads, they tend to twist whatever is there, usually knickers. And so I
I'm
find
going
it
to
fascinating.
buy beads tomorrow.
Yes, you
Wait,
must.
For
African
that
Yes, you
G,
must.
reason,
you're
I am
freaky.
buying beads. I've never worn those waist beads before ever in my life. But for
No,
that
no, no. The
reason,
ancestors, the
I'm
ancestors
going
knew
to go
what they
and
were
buy beads
doing.
tomorrow. Hey.
Thank you, Kunjat.
I just started wearing waist beads this year.
Sorry?
No,
I said I just
African
started
Jim
wearing
is
them this
freaky.
year.
Does your husband
Freaky.
Give me some waist beads.
does your husband like them?
He does.
Ooh.
But I told him specifically not to pull him because I did not want to be split in half. My man is very strong.
Waist beads. Oh
African Jim,
wow.
I'm still stuck
Yes,
on you
please.
being freaky.
I didn't say I'm freaky. I just know stuff.
No, you don't need to say it. You just say things, and then we deduce from the things that you're saying. Yeah, and say logically, this man is
Let me tell
freaky.
you. Let me tell you. All of you here, all of you listening to me, all of you are all some freaky people. All of you. No,
Oh,
no, I'm dead serious. All of you. Because, listen, if you're not a freaky person, you won't be following me. You would not be following me.
It's true.
You would
It's
not
true.
be here. Because if there's one
Afro,
thing,
See, Afro,
Afro.
you see
Free
Afro's
thought is
thesis
a
on
church
the
boy.
Virgin Mary.
No, wait. Free thought is a church boy. He's not freaky. He's a saint.
free
Yeah,
thought.
free thought.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
when you're in church, you see free thoughts he's there. But free thought sneaks to the back. Free thought, if you're not looking, he's at the back, he's sneaking at the back to go and do stuff at the back. All of you, if I say, let me bring all of you, hand me your phone and let me have a quick
But
look
Afro, but
at
Afro,
your
Afro, Afro,
search
Afro, you are
history.
doing
If I say
Afro, you
hand
are
me
doing
your
some preemptive
phones
projecting
and
here.
let's have a look at your search history.
Afro Aces, who is more freaky than you, Loki? Come on,
That's a
come.
rookie move, Afro. What you do is you get a secure folder on your phone. You don't have search history. Right? That's a rookie move.
Sandra, she's sourcing information. You are giving her the information she was asking
You
for.
just do
It's reverse
private browsing,
psychology.
Afro, so the search history doesn't save.
See guys, listen. Over on YouTube, AR says, thank you, Afro. I am a freak. See, I love it when people listen, own
I
your
own
shit.
that shit. I own
Just
that shit.
own it,
Yeah.
own it with your full chest. There's no need to be like the religious people and be, going all about the place. God exists and he is
No,
in.
but you know,
He's
but
here.
you know,
No,
but you know, but
no,
you know why
no.
Afro
Own
Aces?
it.
Afro Aces?
Own your freakiness
The
with
trick
your
is to
full
downplay
chest.
it. The trick is to downplay it. So when people find out, then it shocks them. But if you kind of oversell it, then you have just set yourself up. So they're like, oh my God, no, you crack your pearls. And then when a situation arises, I'm like, oh my God, they find out that you're actually really freaky. That's the trick.
Okay, talking about freakiness. Right, Phil, tell us, how freaky are you, Mr. Birthday Boy?
He's a virgin.
Oh, hey, African atheist. I wasn't talking to you.
Phil is a virgin.
I am open to
26-year-old virgin.
anything.
Guys,
What?
guys, guys, everyone, please, hold on. Everyone, hold on. Okay, Phil, talk
I'm
to us.
open to
Tell us how
anything.
freaky are
Open to
you?
anything.
Sorry, we didn't
I'm
hear you.
open to anything.
Phil is
I'm open to anything.
open to anything, okay? No, wait. When you say
Yeah.
open to, when you say open to anything,
Anything, Ben. Well, I
anything,
mean,
what does
heterosexual
what does
boys
anything entail?
willing to try new things.
So let me ask you in three ways.
Phil is
Are
saying
you
show your
an
titties.
oral? Do you have an oral fixation? Do you
Dot
have
dot
a
dot.
sexual fixation, or do you have a penile fixation?
What was that? A
If you had to choose
virgin?
only one thing, if you had to choose only one thing, oral, uh, tactile, or
African atheist.
phallical,
Sorry, we
which
can't hear you,
one would you
African
Doesn't
say?
atheist.
matter. Oral,
African atheist keeps on. She keeps on.
oral works. I need to
No, I'm
try
done. I'm
something
done.
new.
Speak. I will not interfere again. Just speak, African Jean. Sorry.
Phil, you have to act
Being
like an
willing to try
AI.
something
No, we
new.
have
Phil,
to. We
you
have
have
to.
to.
Hmm?
Wait,
Phil,
just for a
you have
second.
to.
Let's mute the birthday boy because my goodness, we can't hear. Phil, what
Right,
causes that?
sorry.
Phil, what causes that noise in the back?
The fan.
Is this because they have this on? Because
You have to
sometimes
turn
if
it off. My
The
goodness.
speakers
Sorry,
would
Phil.
conflict. Yes, that's right.
That thing is so noisy. Okay,
Yeah, the sound is about the
African
same.
Jean, you were
Now
saying
we can't hear
something.
him.
I was saying I find that
Really
people tend to
low
sort of
on my
prefer. It might be Freudian, but then
hmm?
people tend to pick one more so. They tend to prioritize either oral. So there are some people who are obsessed with oral anything on the sexual front, or they tend to be tactile, which means they like to touch a lot, or they tend to be phallical, which is the more standard. So the question then becomes: you can learn a lot about a person by figuring out what their fixation is: oral, tactile, or phallical.
Wait, I'm sorry
Huh?
to say this, African Jean.
I,
I'm
I
really
I didn't
sorry
hear
to say
that
this.
good.
Wait, African Jean, how do you
I
manage?
didn't
And I'm
hear that
sorry if
clearly.
any one of you is going to be offended. How do you manage to make sexual sex something so fun sound like something so technical, something so boring? How do you manage to do that? Come on.
Trust me, when it's happening, it doesn't feel technical.
But
We
you're
learn
making
books,
it sound
but we don't.
technical.
We learn books, but we don't apply manuals. Okay.
Huh?
Dang. I think atheist said you dried up the place, man. It was flowing. Juices done dried up with that textbook talk, man.
My bad.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Anything I know, if there's no technical stuff there for me, nothing
Yeah, anyway,
technical.
I
Is
think
whatever is
Well, the
I
problem is
think
if I use
pleasurable
the
with
real
my
words, I would be
partner.
banned.
But as I said, I like the photo.
Oh, he likes it.
I'm not a
He
burlesque
likes the
person.
total.
I am a photo.
For
Strictly.
those of you who don't
He
know
likes
what the total is, for those of you who don't know what the total is the woman's
It's a
bottom,
tropical
the
fruit.
bottom
It's a
anatomy.
tropical fruit.
Phil, I have a question for you. Phil,
It's
you
a
said
tropical
that
fruit.
you like to try new things, right? You like to be
Mm-hmm.
adventurous as long as it's straight, it's heterosexual. So my
Yeah.
question is, would you like allow yourself to be pegged?
Hmm?
Would
Would
you
you allow
allow
yourself to be
yourself
pegged?
to be pegged?
Hey, I'm not sure. Maybe.
I hear that.
Maybe. Depends.
I hear that for men it's actually a very sensual thing.
Mm,
I hear that
well, the
it's a really great experience for some men.
I
Apparatus, you
had
shouldn't be
a
talking for men
girlfriend
again.
at one point
Yeah,
who did.
Sorry, hold on. African Jean, please hold on. When Phil is done, you can then tell us what you're saying. Phil, continue.
Right. I did have a girlfriend who was tried that bit once or so. I don't know if she didn't do it right or what. Mm, I don't think for me it wasn't that comfortable.
Were you a Christian when that happened?
Yeah,
Okay, so I think you might have to
but
revisit
she
that.
used her fingers.
Listen, I think you might have to revisit that again to
Mm,
ascertain, because
yeah,
when you're a
I
Christian, a lot of
probably
things
did it with
happen,
the
right?
fingers.
Here in your sight, because you're a Christian
Mm,
and you
yeah,
know that God is watching, and you can't really give in 100%. So what that does is it doesn't let you enjoy
really enjoy. Yeah.
yeah, the experience, right?
Hmm.
Because in the back of your mind you feel that you don't deserve that that exhilarating
Pegging.
moment. It's as though, because they vilify pleasure. So while you're at it and you're thinking about God, right, it just completely denies you of that
The
stuff.
yeah.
So I think now that you are godless, you should revisit that.
Hmm. Yeah. I was wondering too if it's the way that did
Okay,
it.
the
I don't
technique,
know because
the technique.
and she used yeah the technique. I think more so is the technique rather than that. Because I time it wasn't that I necessarily was uncomfortable trying it, but I think it's the technique. Probably was not
Yeah,
just
first of
not
all,
hitting the spot
you need a lot of lube. A
because
lot of lube.
on the I looked at Ben was looking at where the seminal vesicles were located and I saw about the prostrate and the G spot. Ben was looking at the G spot in men and where it's located. Usually the thing is to say it is like if they
Prostrate.
use the fingers you have to it's like doing this.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to do like that. The person
Oh,
has to do like that
Ladies, you see what he's doing right
to
there? You
to
see that
stimulate the
general
spot.
motion?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
sis. Yeah,
Phil,
sis.
sorry, I didn't see
Yeah,
that. I didn't see that. Can
yeah,
you do that
yeah.
again,
On
please?
YouTube says they are dying over there. You guys are just
Phil, sorry. Phil, I didn't have my glasses. Can you do that motion again
oh
for
yes, that
the
motion was something.
Really
visually
like
No,
that,
impaired?
no,
like
Phil,
Sorry,
this.
what was
Hold
that?
on.
What
Phil,
was that?
hold on, hold on.
That's right.
Hmm.
Hold that motion again. Say what? Say what now?
Mhm.
He was saying
Start
about doing the
slowly and then
motion.
build up momentum. That's right. That's right.
And
Yeah, because it's
and
the
Phil
location.
Phil said it's like
Yeah, yeah. Inside there, they have to do like that.
Phil, not like this,
No,
not like
no.
but like this.
It is like a falling motion.
Mm.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah,
Taking charge.
falling.
That's right.
Not
No.
Now, guys, do you see how valuable this money is? Yeah. Let
Yes.
me get those
Yes.
Kuwait dinars. Good ones.
some men right now. Some men right now, they'll be cringing. They'll be like, what? Why
Hallelujah.
is Phil revealing
Hallelujah. Oh,
why is Phil
sorry, not for
revealing
you.
our secret? Why is Phil revealing our secret? Mm.
No, so no, you have to
He's
learn. Is
just
it's about
educating.
learning experience and education about those things which you know and that even females need to know. Same way men need to know how to stimulate the spot of a woman. Yeah,
African
because
atheists,
the
I
spot
have
of
to
a
ask,
woman from what I
because
saw is like a
you as
third way in from the entrance and at the top of the vaginal wall. Mm-hmm. Who's that?
Yes. So you asked about pegging. I am curious. Explain yourself. The particular
I'm a
what do
very
you say
adventurous person.
interest.
Like Afro 80 said,
Oh.
if you're following her, you're freaky. I am freaky AF. So
So
yeah,
do
I'm
you happen to
adventurous.
in your possession a strap on?
Yeah, I'm not revealing that. Come on.
Mm.
You cannot be asking
Okay,
a
okay, okay,
lady to
okay, okay.
reveal.
But let
No,
me
come
ask it
on.
this way. If
Mm-hmm.
hypothetically speaking, you had a strap on, would it be something that you'd use for any particular man, or is it specific to a particular man and therefore thrown away if that man changes?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, you
if
have to
I
think
if
about the
I
hygiene
if I
and
have it if I have a strap on, it's definitely for a woman. Mm-mm.
no, if I have a strap on, it's for either
Mm-mm.
for both.
Mm.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
Mm.
it if I have a strap on, it will be used on man, a woman, a trans man, a
Mm.
trans woman,
But you can't be recycling
But my
neither
clothes.
question,
You gotta.
non-binary people,
yeah,
whoever is
exactly.
willing
That's
to
my
have me,
question.
then
Recycling. Would you recycle it? Would you use it more for multiple partners,
no,
or
you
is it
have to.
particular for?
No, at that point, you have to think of the hygiene, and you don't want to transmit diseases, man. You don't want to do that.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
you can get a
I
new
was
one.
curious.
Don't yeah, I
Okay,
don't want to be
I have
cheap. Come
learned.
on, I
I have
cannot be
learned
cheap like
something.
that.
I have learned
Hey, you
something.
know what?
I have
You
learned
guys
something.
are making
Thank you.
amazing progress in your deconstruction. Great strides in your
You know what?
deconstruction.
Free thoughts.
It's working.
Free
It's
thoughts.
working.
Free thoughts. Free thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, when you said that,
Hmm.
what you just did, you just confirmed everything the religious people have been saying. The only reason why you all deconstructed is because you all want to sin.
The same.
You
Mm.
want to be naughty.
Sinners.
Mm.
You want to
That's
live
the
in
only
sin.
reason why y'all would deny Allah, y'all would deny Yahweh, is because y'all just want to sin. That's
But
it.
guess what? They're doing it. They're doing it too. They're doing it
Oh
too.
yeah.
What you
They
don't you
just
don't you
Exactly.
don't you
They're
don't
just
you,
having. They're just
wait,
having
are
bad
you
sex.
saying religious people sin?
more than non-religious
Oh
people.
my God.
More than
Perish the
Okay.
thought.
Um,
they just
Free
ask for
thought.
forgiveness
How dare
afterwards.
you
That's
say
all.
that I sin? As a Muslim individual, as a Muslimat, I can assure you that I've never done anything haram in my life.
Oh my goodness. Oh my listen.
On the other hand, I know
Listen.
Christians that was smoking crack and still
If
going to church on
anyone,
Sundays.
if
So
anyone, if anyone is speaking about being a good person, if you ever listen to that one they call spiritual, if you listen to that one there, this one here, this one.
I'm very sweet. I'm an angel.
Oh yeah,
That's a
guys.
saint. That's a
So
saint. Spiritual is a
spiritual has
saint.
never done anything haram. Okay.
Yeah, never.
I always go to the
Ah.
halal butchers. I don't buy from Asda or any of the stores. I go to the source of Allah. I go and get them nicely
Mm.
butchered. I don't drink anything that intoxicates my brain. I pray my
Oh.
5 prayers a
She only
day.
drinks Zamzam water.
Exactly,
And
yes.
eat broccoli and eat broccoli.
Even
Mhm.
halal gummies. Okay.
Oh, I like gummies. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I get them from the
It's
halal.
halal. It's halal broccoli.
Astagfirullah. How do you feel? Astagfirullah.
Astaghfirullah.
Astaghfirullah.
Astagfirullah.
Astaghfirullah.
Guys,
Astagfirullah.
I'll be back in a minute, please. I have to get down for a minute.
Okay.
Astagfirullah. Fulullah. Say it again, please. Say it again.
Astaghfirullah.
Say it.
Astaghfirullah.
Astagfirullah.
Her interest in
Astaghfirullah.
humor.
Astaghfirullah.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah,
Furullah.
astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah.
Her interest is
Astaghfirullah.
purely
Ishak,
cultural.
hold on, guys.
Astaghfirullah.
Hold on, everyone. Hey, Ishak. Ishak, long time no see. How have you been, Ishak? Oh, I miss you, Ishak. It's been a while.
Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego?
No. Ishak. It's someone on YouTube. He lives in the heart of
Bible Belt.
the Islamic states in Nigeria.
Whoa.
And a free thinker in the heart of the Islamic states, not just the Islamic state, but the Sharia states, where the Sharia law, the state is governed by the Sharia law. Can you imagine living in one of those and you are a free thinker? Wow.
Here's how he manages.
They're trying to bring Sharia law to the UK, I heard.
What? Well, when we have people like Phil, it's not going to work.
Yeah, that will never happen. But I do think that like what they've been asking is kind of like they're slowly trying to bring it into like what do you call it, civil. That I think they wanted to try to do what the like in Nigeria what they have like certain places to be influenced by Sharia law. But obviously the UK said no. So yeah.
I have a problem with the fact that America talks about like places instituting Sharia law and talk about it all bad, but they basically do the same thing with Christianity. They're trying to pass laws or are passing laws that are based on religion.
You know, the thing about that's why for me I'm not very kind when it comes to spiritual religions, because I feel like it's a constant struggle. They are not just trying to coexist. People make it look like, oh, they're just trying to coexist. No, they're trying to take over your stuff, both Islam and Christianity. And if you let them and do it with a smile on your face and oh, I love you, you know I love you. So please, for me, I'm like, no.
Huh? Sharia law is
Pretty
dangerous.
quiet. I don't know why.
Sharia law is really dangerous. See it as imposing
I think
religious.
unfortunately, if you elect people whose primary what do you call it, philosophy is coming from their religion, then the more of them you have in key positions, the more likely you're going to get a religious state by default. You see this in Africa, you see it in certain, and it's something that every single country is liable to if you just put key religious people in positions. People assume that, oh, the constitution, we are secular. Nope, not necessarily. These motherfuckers want everything religious.
And that's just furthers the ideology that it's just all about control of the people. It doesn't have anything to do with what is best for the world or best for the population. It's just about being able to control the population. It's a pyramid scheme basically, because if you control all the people at the bottom, they give all their power to another group of people, and that group of people, they get more freedoms, and they give all their power to a smaller group of people. They have more freedoms, and they give all their power to an even smaller group of people until you get all the way to the top, where there's one focal asshole that is usurping everybody's power and rights and making all the money, while the people at the very bottom tier are poor and suffering because everybody's standing on their neck.
And they'll say poor and suffering is a virtue.
Oh,
That's actually part of
yeah,
the religion.
they always say that.
Yeah, of course.
And
And that's what they're selling.
Christianity loves to say that.
Yeah. It's
Perfect
harder for a
words.
rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven, except the people who are preaching to you are rich men.
Right.
They always say you're learning or God is teaching you something when you suffer. But what is He teaching you? To suffer more? That's all you end up doing is just keep suffering.
Just shut up and suffer. The lesson is to suffer in silence and continue to give away your power, your resources.
Right. Like the other night, somebody said the first fruits thing. Come on.
It's a cult. That's how cult. Any cult works. Yeah, I think that's the reason why religion itself is dying, is because it's always been tied to the leadership structure. And once the leadership structure moved from kings to presidents, they had to adapt because the idea of having a single god is really a justification for having a single king. And so that's the only reason you can justify somebody who's as normal as you being in charge of you. And the person has all the privileges, no responsibilities. Well, because he's a living embodiment of God. And so once you can believe in God, the King of Kings, then basically you can believe in your ruler. And that's the thing that justifies. That's the reason why the British, for example, still have, and most of Europe still have, what you call these things, monarchies, because at the end of the day, it's all tied together: the religion, the kingdom. With the what you call the America, they basically had to adopt a different system, which is the more Puritan spiritual system, which is what Africa has now adopted in charismaticism. That sense of it's more raw cultiness.
Well, the American experiment is drastically failing. I don't know if you guys see what's going on over here, but they've indicted Trump
Oh yeah,
for 91 felony counts. And it's either he's going to be prosecuted fairly under law and go to prison for a very long time, and a whole lot of people are going to be mad and go crazy, or they're going to give him a slap on the wrist and he's going to be able to be president again, and he's really going to mess things up.
Wow.
your two presidential candidates. It's a similar thing to what you see in Africa, and it's funny because America doesn't. You don't realize how close to the African political reality that your current political system is going through. You have somebody who can barely stand up and make coherent sense going up against someone who is outright a criminal. Like that's literally most African elections at this point. So it's just kind of fascinating seeing the symbol of democracy going through that system currently.
America was
I
never a
think
good
it's like after
example.
Obama, you guys. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But at least they pretended it was. So the criminals were hiding behind a nice, packaging. But right now, between Trump and Biden, it's kind of like in Ghana, for example. That's a very good example. You have someone who is coming back for the third time, rejected for the third time, and then you have another guy who is clearly a criminal, and his people are all criminals. So it's like, yeah, choose your poison. And so people are voting, but then it's like, yeah, which is the lesser of the two evils? And it's kind of like that with America right now. Because when you look at the vice president, I'm like, I didn't think there was anybody more likable than what's her name, Hillary, but apparently there is in terms of the current vice president. And then you have Biden, and then you have Trump. I'm just like, yeah, which way do you want to go?
Because of Biden, we might get Trump if he gets through all his legal stuff.
I just want to get away from old
Trump
ass
for
white
president.
men.
Right.
No offense, but I mean, it's 2023.
Wait, Quan,
If you
did
were
you hear?
alive during huh?
Did you hear? So conservatives are saying now that Biden will not run again, right? And he will not be the nominee, and instead, um, uh, Michelle Obama is going to run.
They're just saying that Michelle said she wasn't gonna run. She said she didn't want anything to do with it.
We need to
Yeah.
vote them both out.
That's a propaganda.
But I vote for Mickey Mouse over Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, the narrative right now is just so messed up.
Yeah, Michelle was
What's
thoroughly
interesting though
disgusted
is how
because the way they
the
treated her was
religious
horrible.
communities are stacked.
You can go. I was just saying they treated her horribly.
For me, what is
That's not a
interesting,
position she would want. You can go ahead.
No, no, it's fine. I just find it. I saw a video. I think sometime recently. Every single time you see a video of her, it's not even just when Obama was president. Every time you see a video, the comments that are being made, it's like, oh, that's a man. That's a man. I'm just like, God. Like nowhere do you see them more racist, openly racist, than when
Yeah.
it comes to Michelle Obama.
I
And
remember
it's
she had a
interesting
dress
because
with
it
her
also ties
shoulders
into the
out, and they
religious communities. Because
but yeah, but they're fake religious because it only applies to certain people. I remember she had a dress with her shoulders out one time, and they talked about her like a dog. But praised Melania Trump and was like, she's the real first lady. She's the best first lady. And the world has seen her hoo ha. What are you talking about? And they tried to scrub the internet of
oh, I
those
need to
new
Google that.
images of her too.
That part.
We've seen her
No, but
butt
you know,
naked.
but you, honestly, I think it's funny because the way the religious community, as first of it's a tautology. I think that when you say fake religious, it's like the kind of is there anything else? But I think also it's a case of I don't know. It's like if Trump wins, you're going to have this hyper religious community coming out because like a coiled spring right now, especially in recent times. Um, and at the same time, if they lose, you're going to see them using the Democrats as sort of like a straw man to basically push for hyper religiosity. So either way, you're going to get a growth in a fanatical fundamentalist religiosity, whether or not Trump wins or not. And that's a funny thing because you think this is something that will be coming less of, but there's a very, very like strong push in America right now. And it was weird because people used to say it was a phenomenon that happened because of the Balfour Tea. But then it's like right now there's literally no impetus. Trump is not a religious person, but for some
At all.
reason the religion is just amping up. Yeah, it's
He
weird.
came out and said he was a baby Christian one time. Like, get out of here, man. You're a baby. You're a grown ass man. I don't care if you're a baby Christian. Your behavior is
No,
the point.
But you know what it tells you? It tells you that there's something about a lot of the things that really drives religious people has nothing to do with faith and has a lot more to do with bigotry and prejudice.
Yes.
So, in other
Yes.
I
words,
agree.
he justifies their bigotry and prejudice. Therefore, he's a chosen one. It's the same thing that's happening in Africa right now. The leaders who are basically making bigotry and prejudice their policy are basically the people who the religious community are running around. And
That's when
sometimes
they
there's
pull
nothing
their
about
card
the
out.
person that says, exactly, exactly. That's when they expose themselves. They show who they really are. You see people talk about, like, if you think about it, the whole story of Sodom and Gomorrah has been a justification for homophobic positions. It has nothing to do with homophobia. Because at the end of the day,
Right.
what was the solution that what's his name, Lot had for the people who wanted to essay the angels? He gave he wanted to give his daughter. I don't know why he gave his daughter. He wanted to give his daughter. So if they were supposed to be fair people, then why would you give your daughter? So there's really no justification in that narrative for homophobia, but that was his use to justify homophobia.
And there's
So
no
basically, it's like,
focus.
yeah, we don't care about a reason. Yeah,
There's no focus on the point of he tried to give his daughter up.
None.
We don't even talk about that.
yeah, exactly.
Entire story.
Exactly. But that's exactly what he did. I mean, if they were actually fair people, then why did he give his daughter? These are not fair people. These are just terrible people, according to the story. And so it's like, yeah, I'm going to give you my daughter instead to essay her. Like, yeah, that's such a chosen man of God. Let's save him. The guy who wanted to give his daughter out to be mass essayed by the entire village or entire city.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the guy we should save. But that's a funny thing because I feel like the way the Bible justifies inhuman behavior is the reason why you have terrible morals when it comes to spiritual Christian people. Because the Bible itself forces you to selectively choose where you think things are fine. Genocide is okay, but when it comes to whether or not a woman submits to a man, oh my God, that's a deal breaker. But genocide, nah, that's kosher if you're doing it for the right reason.
As if there is a right reason.
Exactly. But it's the same. It's even worse with Islam. If you go to Islam, it's even worse because they are very aware of all the terrible things that are being mentioned in the Bible, and they rationalize it. So it's
You know what
something
I
that
always,
even the most reasonable person, they have that in the back of their mind.
you know what I always wonder about that story. Also, isn't it somewhere in the Bible where it says that man was made a little lower than the angels?
Yes.
So how are those men
Say
going
again?
to be able to essay angels? How is that going to be even possible anyway? Like, I don't even get that.
Yeah, it's weird.
How is that even going to be a thing? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's really weird. But let's not forget that the Christian community is also one of the less imaginative community. I'm not trying to be mean spirited, but the truth is, if you look at the kind of stories they churn out, their system doesn't actually it doesn't cultivate creativity. So for the belief in what they are believing in the story, like if you think about it, the Bible as a very terribly written form of Lord of the Rings. It's a terribly form of story, like story structure, but somehow they are fine with it. And the stories in there have so many loopholes, but they don't look at that. So for me, there's a lack of imagination in general. And that's unfortunately it tends to work for the people who have less imagination. Like the system itself tells you, don't think for yourself, don't question these things. That's basically telling you, don't be imaginative, don't be objective, don't try to think through it too hard, and that's deliberate. And that's something that took over, like, happened over thousands and thousands of years. People forget that the Bible didn't just happen overnight. They were dealing with people who were questioning it right from the beginning. So they had to keep on adapting to find answers to questions that were being raised, and has been doing that for 2,000 years. So a lot of the apologia that they come up with about, oh, free choice, free will, that's something they came up with later on because the question kept on coming up. So it's basically a cult that has been adapting for 2,000 years.
I know personally, I never did question anything, because I just was taught from a child that all this stuff was true and all these things really happened. And I never had any conversations with anybody that challenged anything in the Bible. So, and I didn't start having those type of conversations until I got into my 30s. And then I was able to think like, that does sound pretty impossible. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible for a donkey to talk and say, hey, why you keep hitting me? Their mouths aren't even formed to be able to formulate words the way that we do. So how does that even work? But Chaotic Dad had put up a video, and in the video it was somebody questioning why Christians are so susceptible to conspiracy theories. And somebody said it's because they were taught to believe in things that are impossible. So they basically don't use critical thinking skills. I was like, damn. I too have neglected to think about information I was provided just because I was told that this is the truth.
That's true. That's a good point.
But I don't know whether that's necessarily true. I don't know whether that's necessarily true because I also know the Christian who is the exact opposite. The Christian that's fully accepting of everything. No, the government is the right thing. You just have to follow what it says, blah, blah, blah. So I think that one is a specific kind of religiosity that you
Well,
see
it
with,
depends on the Christian,
particular
which kind of
sects.
Christian.
Exactly. So I think that one is really dependent in terms of conspiracy theory one. And when it comes to critical thinking, I also am very apprehensive of saying that because I know some people who are very intelligent, but for some reason it's a when it comes to their religion.
But in my
They don't
circles,
question
other
it.
than
And I
TikTok,
think that one has more to do with the fact that
I
you are
haven't met a lot of
indoctrinated
critical
as a
thinking
child.
Christians.
Sorry, free thoughts, I didn't hear that.
I said, other than on TikTok, in my circles growing up, I haven't met a lot of critical thinking Christians. Not many.
There's some atheists that can't even critically think.
It's true. That's so true.
Yeah, so true. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't think there's a correlation necessarily between physical affinity and
Um,
Hey,
traits per
Faye.
se, but I would say there's a big blind spot because I don't forget you're indoctrinated as a child. That's a dangerous thing. It's you're groomed as a child to
Hey,
believe in
Spain.
something, and you're groomed by people who you respect.
Here's our resident spammer.
Share union. You love us. You love us so
Boris,
much.
it's not a you.
You love us more than you love your God.
Who loves us?
Trey Union, look at you back here.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, the
He
union.
loves God. What does that even mean? Elaborate on that.
Trey Union doesn't
Put it out
come on
in
the
the
panel because Trey Union can't handle being challenged.
He's scared.
Well, it's you see what you're seeing right there is basically cognitive dissonance in its own effect.
He's
It's
a
an actual
wuss.
painful experience when
You
your
have
your
a
your,
lot
your
of
views are challenged.
background sound.
Who me?
Yeah, it sounds like you're standing by the highway
That's
and it's
strange.
like cars just passing by or something. Or you have the
That is
Jesus
really
3000 fan.
arcade.
Did you get
it's just my
your fan
full
from the same store Phil did?
Phil actually makes those.
Oh, I felt that.
It's the Holy Ghost fire fan.
Well, to be fair, the fan on. Maybe that might be part of the problem. Let me turn it off.
Like, I never joined TikTok for any of these conversations, but I do enjoy them. I originally got on TikTok just to have something to do because I quit Facebook. And
Mm.
I just would like post videos of my dogs and stuff, or and then somehow, I would be in like the protect Black women spaces where Black women would share their stories and talk about stuff that's going on in the world. And then there was a controversial guy that probably like 98% of people on TikTok don't like. He has a very fringe following. So every time he gets banned, he makes another page and they all go follow him, and then he'll be back on live again. And he's thoroughly annoying. He's a grape apologist, and he talks about, like, if a woman was assaulted, it's her fault because what did she have on? Then you look in the comments and you see all these women in the comments saying, well, I was a kid and I just had on my pajamas, or I had on jeans. You know who I'm talking about, Tay. Or I had on jeans. Like, how was that my fault? He no accountability. He doesn't believe um like he's one of these against child support people, because he's like, oh, women have the choice to give birth or not, and he doesn't. He alluded to not believing in prophylactics to prevent pregnancy, because he feels like that's 100% the woman's responsibility, because after the deed is done, the man doesn't have a choice. But he can't understand that the man had a choice in giving the woman the baby juice. Like, he's just an asshole, all generally. And
It sounds like a red pill type.
yeah. So he had a debate with Sebastian, which is how I found Sebastian. I never knew he was atheist, but they would have these talks because Sebastian has the big heart, and he's going to try to talk to people to get them to come around a little bit. And that's how I basically just following Sebastian, and then I found Afro atheist through him, and I like it here. I like you guys.
We like you too.
Yay!
Oh.
Oh, is this a friendship origin
Actually,
story?
actually, we don't like you, Kwan. We love
Oh
you.
shit. Oh, okay.
We love you, Quan.
I love you. I love you, Quan. Don't hit me with the Barry White.
I love you, Quan.
I love y'all back. Mm-hmm.
Dang man, what did I miss? Can I tell you when I left the combo or when I hopped out and then I hopped back in and for a second y'all was talking about strap-ons and then I hopped out again and I come back and now it's a love fest.
I
Which
brought
I
back
Well,
the
love,
Holy
but
strap-ons
Spirit.
do tend to promote love. I just want to be,
Yeah, it's coital kind of
I brought back the Holy Spirit. That's
self-sacrifice.
what
Holy Spirit, activate.
I have a question for Free Thought. Now that
What's
you
that?
remember that. Free Thought, would you allow a woman to peg you? Or a man, for that matter? Or a non-binary person?
No, I'm not that far in my stuff. But I don't have
Okay.
anything against anybody who does. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's
Would you allow to be handcuffed?
not. Yeah, maybe a little bondage. Not against it.
Uh,
But don't bound me and peg me.
I mean, she knows what she's doing.
African gene. Would you allow yourself to be pegged?
Yes,
Nice.
it depends on the
Handcuffs?
person. I
Handcuffs?
think it depends on the person. Let me see if I can answer this. So if the person is there's some people who I might be really crazy about, and if I'm really crazy about them enough, then yes, I would be open to being pegged by them because I'll find it very sexy, and I would allow my mind to sort of feel what I'm feeling and enjoy what I'm feeling because of who is doing it. When it comes to handcuffs, well, I have been able to tie people up and I knew what I was doing. And I feel like if you have someone with an imagination who knows how to sort of tease, really tease,
Hold on,
and
African
knows my
gene.
body and knows how to really, then yeah,
African
sure.
gene. Hold on. Why are you making it sound like you are reading from a book? Sorry guys.
I'm not.
Make it sound nice, spicy,
I'm not.
like
I'm not
ramen.
reading from
go
50,
on,
50
African.
shades.
Okay. Well, okay. Okay, fine. I'll try and see if I can help you in a direction. So yeah, so if a person has an imagination, they know what you're doing, it's like you have to understand my body. Then yeah, sure. If you don't, then it's going to be very awkward. It's just going to be very frustrating. And you wouldn't know what you're doing and you think you're doing something because you saw it somewhere, then no, not necessarily. But if you are the right person who understands what you're doing, then yeah, definitely. I don't think there's a limit. I think sex is an adventure. And we shouldn't be where we are 10 years down the line. We should be moving forward. And by the time we get in 10 years, 20 years in, we should be doing some absolutely freaky shit that I cannot tell my friends about because we've advanced.
did you say you gotta wait 10 years before you get freaky?
No, I didn't say we should wait 10 years. I'm
Oh,
just giving
oh.
a random adventure.
I was about to say, damn, that's a hell of a timeline.
Yeah, like 10 years down the line, we should. Well, also the thing is that it's a marathon, right? So you can't sort of speed everything up. Otherwise, very quickly you have done everything. There's a finite number of things.
I mean, yeah, but it's also like a stamina thing too. Like when you're younger, you have the energy to try all the freaky stuff, and then when you get into your groove, not to say you got to do the same stuff over and over again, but you can whittle it down to the tried and true.
I promise
Okay, go
you
on.
that's me if I
Well,
ever
you'll be
change.
amazed because
Sorry, go on, spiritual.
No, I'm just saying that if time changes my freakiness, please just end it for me. Um, that's it.
No, it's not about changing
Spiritual, we know
the
you're a
freaky. It's
freak.
not
one thing
about
people need
changing
to
the
know is that
freakiness, but your body literally has limits. It's sad but true, man. Like it's a TMI, but do you know how many times I almost pulled a muscle? Like, wait.
No,
Get that cramp.
actually the last time I tried, I did pull a muscle.
That cramp is a motherfucker.
Gotta push through the cramp.
I would.
Gotta
I
push
actually
through.
go. Yeah, I definitely go cramp. I definitely go cramp.
Yeah, that's why I'm selling
Do you know
Phil
that? Do you know that you
at a
have where
very
it
high
feels like
price because
a
he's very
tendon
fit.
is stressed?
Just a minute. That's why I'm selling Phil at a very high price because he can never pull a muscle like you guys. No, he's fit.
Yeah, he stretches.
Oh, the shade, the shade.
Game
It's
is on
just the
point.
Caribbean men, honestly, or Caribbean people, honestly. Because have you seen like the kinds of like festivities they have every year? There's no way you not be up and ready. Look at Phil's eyes. You can tell that he agrees.
Who has
Yeah,
crickets in the background? Is that Free Thought?
yeah, that's me. It's cicadas. Sorry,
It's fine. It's fine. Nature is
the
fine.
cicadas.
Sometimes
They're
they hear,
knocking. They're knocking.
sometimes they hear Quan that in Quan's background too.
Yeah, she's in the south. Yeah, they go at it this time.
Wait. You live with Kwan?
Yeah, thing.
Jesus Christ.
Africa hate these. You a trip.
Secret lovers.
And they're not telling us here. They're coming here as individuals and they have the same background noise. That means they're living together. It's fine. It's just fine. You can all go get freaky together. We understand. We do understand. You can get freaky as much as you want. And I was defending spiritual at some point, and then they comes out and say, "Oh, I'm freaky. If my freakiness ends, take me out."
No,
And I was
no.
saying,
Wife, I told you that I'm halal. I'm just saying that I'm what do you call this? A whore in theory, right? Not in practice. Don't worry, I'm still holy. Because you have to
Osasu, are
make
you a
sure
holy
that
man?
people.
Only
Sorry,
that
go
is.
on, spiritual.
No, I'm just
Go
saying
on,
that we
spiritual.
need to make sure that I'm helping with your business so that they all know, that everyone is as exciting as that, right? We only sell very sensual people. Sorry, I
Nice.
mean auction. I keep forgetting. Because
Thank
if
you.
you
You can
say
just say
sell,
a
it
sell.
sounds
Freudian
really
slip.
So, it's a selling.
no, stick
So
with the word
after it
auction.
is, it's a selling straight up.
Auction sounds better.
Yeah, but I would
Mm.
like to sell Phil.
I'm going to go down the list.
Just yeah, we can say auction, but for Phil, it's sale.
You just
I thought Phil was sold though. Didn't Queen Jet have the highest bid? Who had the highest bid?
oh,
No,
they
I'm
might
not
have the
taking that
highest bid for
money.
now, but we still
Yeah.
have a whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
See, Phil dehydrating,
Phil,
waiting for that day,
you're coming home with
getting
me.
ready.
Well, technically, if he comes home
Queen
with
Jet.
you, he's coming home with me too. Don't forget, I bought you too, Queen Jet.
Wait,
Whoa.
I'm waiting to see who's going to
I
actually be
never
the
sold Queen
actual
Jet.
You
owner.
How
know,
did
yeah,
you
you
buy
did.
Queen
Yes, you
Jet,
did.
Sandra?
You did. I bought them with the
No,
moon. I sure did. They already acknowledged it. It's okay. You had to sign off, but it's okay. It's done. It's a
no,
done deal.
I can never sell. Have you
No, it's
seen that
done.
face?
It's done.
No,
It's
have you
done.
seen?
I
Nice. No.
did.
Have you seen Queen Jet's face?
Yes.
And the voice, Yeah, I'm not
Which is
selling that
why,
merchandise. I'm keeping it.
I paid. No, they already acknowledged me. I mentioned it to them, and they gave me a smile. So it's been fine.
My Queen Jet is for my personal collection.
Sandra,
You can't hoard everyone. You're a hoarder.
I'm
Sandra, did you say you bought them with the moon?
The moon, the entire and every phase of the moon, all of them.
You went big. You went
I
real big.
did. I paid a
Have you
celestial body.
Have you all seen
He
Queen
did
Jet?
was spitting knowledge
No.
the other live. I was like, yep, that's my friend.
Private collection. Private collection.
Telling y'all it's a scam. African atheists hoarding everybody.
No, I'm only holding two people: spiritual and Queen Jet.
I
Just
feel
just-
two.
special and honored to be next to Queen Jet.
I want to know, when did the auctioning start? When did this begin? I came in
Ellis
one day and
started all
everybody
of this.
was purchasing each other.
How did this start? Actually?
Blame Ellis. I think it got to a point where needed him to be tamed, and it just started a ripple effect.
Actually, I sold Ellis for, I think, 2 times in a row. Yeah, Ellis started it.
Oh, okay.
And I've sold Ellis for 2 times. No, more than 2 times. I've sold Ellis for so many times. Actually, there was a
Don't
time
you?
that you bought him.
Exactly. I was about to say the
Yeah.
crocodiles.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't even realize I was. I didn't get what was going on. I'm just handing out crocodiles, handing out crocodiles. And then you were like, oh, I said, wait a minute. But you know what, African Atheist, you started it that one night and you were like, I think I was giving you gifts and you said, oh no, crocodiles are okay too. So of course crocodiles pop up first. I was like, oh, okay, almost bought Ellis.
Yeah, I'm not denying that I started it, but I think I started by selling Ellis. Yeah, and I was like a spiritual side. I was trying to tame him. Yeah, I was trying to get him in the box when he was sold for crocodiles, and Free
I
Thought
don't
owned
know.
him.
I don't think I paid enough crocodiles anyway.
Yeah, I gave you discount. You were being nice, so I gave you the discount.
I
Nana, hi.
remember it.
Welcome,
Wait,
Nana.
wasn't
How's
it the
it?
day when Sharif or whichever one of them that of like the headache said that, oh, I like you 99% to
Oh, so
Sebastian,
yeah, that
90%
wasn't it.
to
Mm.
yes. I
Exactly.
That's
think
when it
was
Exactly.
started.
yes.
Who bought Lord Six Pack?
He's still on sale, I believe.
He's
As
No,
gonna
is.
he
say,
was bought. He was bought by Kwan.
He
Kwan is
was?
oh
holding.
snap.
Yeah,
What? Business
yeah,
partner.
Kwan.
I did not know this.
Yeah, Kwan bought him. You guys all have the abs now. The ab man.
Oh no, like we only have a joint business ship with one person.
Oh yeah,
Every other
we
asset is hers. Yes.
Kwan is
Uh,
collecting quite a lot.
good
Nana
evening
Husby
or
has
good
joined
morning
us.
to everybody.
Sorry.
Um,
Random
I'm
times of
just
the
showing
day,
my
depending on where
greetings.
you are in the world.
I'm
Oh,
greeting
hi.
everyone.
Oh,
Hi.
hi, Nana.
Yeah,
Can I?
I want you guys to help me one thing, please. I don't know the topic, but I listen, everybody's just going. I want to know how possible in the Bible Jesus cursed a tree. Can I somebody to help me?
Can you repeat that? How is that
Jesus did
possible?
what?
Yeah, in the Bible, Jesus cursed the tree. I think
Oh, he
is
cursed
the
the tree.
yeah.
Cursey fig tree.
Yeah, I think Jesus is hungry and he wants
Is
some
this the
fruit
same tree that
Yeah,
and
and
No,
the
this is
it's
for
cursed the
nine
tree.
season and he cursed the fig tree.
Yeah,
That is so silly.
how possible this man is powerful? Instead of doing something and the tree can do some
Bear
magic
fruit.
because it can make it blind to see. It can somebody is disabled can walk, and how possible just cannot do magic for the tree.
Nana, Nana,
Yeah.
listen to me. Listen to
they
me, Nana.
actually
Listen to me.
say that the tree
No,
wasn't
no.
time. It wasn't the
African
time for
Jin.
figs.
Let me speak to Nana for a minute. Nana, listen. Whenever you think of the Bible, any story in the Bible was written by somebody. Either he was sick and he was hallucinating because he was suffering from high fever, or he was partaking in mushrooms. Whoever wrote that Bible was not a normal person. So that shit did not happen.
So, because I don't believe it, but I'm thinking about this. How possible? You can do a lot of miracles. You can walk in the sea. You can do magic for the fish to come plenty. I don't know how
Yeah,
possible this happen.
he was deformed because he with that,
So there are
like
a
you're saying,
couple
he
of
was
things.
powerful. So he could have told the tree, produce
Yo,
fruits for me to eat. But instead,
Right.
he
Yeah,
opted to unalive the tree.
on a living
Yeah, he was
tree.
an evil
Oh gosh,
person.
that's
Yeah.
so. It just
That's
show you
so.
how stupid,
So
how
Yeah, that's so
illogical
bad.
that
Yeah.
in the
Jesus
story,
is.
Right. Right.
in the
It's
story, they actually give
so bad.
context. They actually give context and say that they actually give context and say that it was not a time for figs, which means it was not a season. I mean, I don't know who said there's a time and a season for everything, but it was not a season for figs. He was entitled, he wanted figs when there was no, it was not time for figs. So he decides to curse the tree, so the tree dies, I mean, unalives, because he wanted figs and he couldn't get it. This is a guy who is as impatient as a normal human being, which is scary because he has powers. Imagine Thanos basically
No,
losing his shit and just saying, you know what, die.
he had anger management issues. He had anger issues. He needed to see
And
a
you would think
And he
psychiatrist.
also dick, so being a dick,
you you would think
still being
Jesus
a
would
dick.
have known the scripture in Ecclesiastes that said there's a time for and a season for everything. That would have come before him.
But that's the problem, and so that's
yo,
it's
you
one of
think
those things
Jesus
that
can help me?
unfortunately.
Yeah, that was that Quintet.
Yeah, I was throwing away trash and I fell. I need Jesus' help to wipe that memory because it was embarrassing. Oh my god.
Right.
Sorry.
If I remember how it was put together. When they were putting the Bible together, you had a bunch of scriptures that were floating around that people were believing in, and some depending on how much they believed in it, they had to decide which books basically should be put together. And so some of them were ridiculous and nonsense, but they put them in it anyway because that's the popular ones. So it was basically a popularity contest when they're putting together these books. Things that got in that has absolutely no basis, like making a film and watching the director's cut. Bunch of scenes that make no sense, that add nothing to the plot, do nothing for the character, but they just put in because it was somebody's favorite scene.
I heard the
That's the
book of
fig tree
Job.
story in
The
a
book of
nutshell.
Job almost didn't make it.
The other story,
So can somebody tell me about the book
yeah,
of
because
Enoch and why it wasn't
whales
included?
swallowing people, and then
What'd you say, Queen Jet?
I said, can somebody tell me why the book, what the book of Enoch talks
that
about
guy.
and why it wasn't included?
The Book of Enoch was not written by Enoch, but the church decided that it was not fitting probably their narrative as usual, so they did not include it. Although they did include it as the apocrypha, but it's the Protestants who removed it as a Protestant Protest, Protestant to the Roman Catholic Church, but it's in the Apocrypha is in the Roman Catholic Bible and the Jerusalem Bible. I think Jerusalem Bible is the Roman Catholic Bible, and is also included in the Anglicans use it too, but it's the other Protestant churches that
So I think
got rid of it. I don't know why they did. But it's quoted in the
what you
other
have to
in
note though
Jude.
is the fact
Jude
that a lot
quotes
of
from the book of Enoch. The book of Jude quotes from the book of Enoch. And I checked the exact quotations from the book of Enoch. This would have been
Which
written during the Maccabean period.
which book is that? Is that the one that talks about Jesus as a child?
The book of Enoch.
Which one? Which one? What is
Yeah,
the
can
And
you
what
that
is the
explain
Jesus
it?
story?
went down to hell, or not what Jesus went down to hell. Is
The angels,
talking something about
is it?
angels that
Yeah. So this is what I heard, but
left
I
their
don't know if it's
estate
biblical.
and went and I think it's an
Made
expansion
babies.
on the story. Yeah,
The Gospel of Thomas,
it's
I
in
think,
Jude,
talks
the
about
book of Jude.
little Jesus.
Let me see if we can find that. The book of Jude.
You
I
thought
think
you
it's
sound
around
very, very low.
who, me?
Jude and the book of Enoch.
Your free thought sounded like kind of low and far away.
Am I low?
Yeah, free thought,
Yeah,
you're
you
very
Yeah.
sound
low.
low.
One thing people need to remember about the assembling of the
Uh,
Bible is that a lot of the politics
excuse me, guys.
that
Just
was
a minute.
involved.
Just a minute. Padfak. Padafuk. Would you like to come up? I can get down for you. So if you want to come up, just type yes,
Wait,
and
wait,
I'll come
wait.
down for you.
Let me get down, right? Because I'm working. I wanted to say hi to you people. You are doing wonderful job. I always listen. Thank you.
Thank you.